come closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for hand. But we dey move closer before they go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body. But we dey move closer before they go sabi. Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, ìníhùn ló ló lajú. Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdán, pẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa. Ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè tó Odùduwà ga. Odùduwà tó bá lè gbé wá. Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣe kiri. Ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí. Káwa lè gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé. Ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Ìyàwó Odùduwà ní wá. KOIKIMEDIA, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wọ́n máa ní. Kásá. Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wá káyé pupa yín jẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wọ́n máa ní. À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wọ́n máa ní. News and sports, ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wọ́n máa ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. KOIKIMEDIA, ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájú mọ̀ mi. Má bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà o. Àgbàdo rẹ, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú lára mi. Ṣé ìlọ máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o? Ẹ̀yin lọmọ onígbò máa ń dè máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ gbàjọ́jì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ náwó kóyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. KOIKIMEDIA sáwà ní bàbá. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Àdáńsọ, àtúnpèrè gidi. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́ o. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Ikú tí ó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá yìí. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. We bring you one closer to your doorstep. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó fẹ́ òòdùn kan gègé lára ni. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Àpèrè gèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Odùduwà lágbé dání, òtítọ́ lágbé dání. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. A kì í sán dalẹ̀, a kì í sódì kẹta. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. Àdúró kan, àtúnpèrè gèdè. KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ní bàbá. KOIKIMEDIA, we bring you one closer to your doorstep. KOIKIMEDIA is around to give us latest. Is around to give us latest. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. KOIKIMEDIA is around to give us latest.
Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé and a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. My name is Olami Koike. It is the second day of the month of November. This is a program that educates and prepare the minds of Nigerians that Nigeria is no longer, suitable for the indigenous people. Who are the indigenous people? And why are we calling for now, a roundtable discussion for what we call the future of Nigeria. The future that is very, very bleak, according to the Afenifere and the Pandef and the rest as well. The future that has decided to hold us back. The future that has failed every single one of us. This is now a calling for all Nigerians to determine whether you are truly respected as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This has nothing to do with the present administration or the previous one. This has to do with preserving who we are as Yoruba people, a very proud nationalist, as you can see, in a very beautiful outfit that was put together by what we called Omoluabi Apparel. You can check them out. They have different ones. They have the Igbowo one. They have the Asha. They have different ones, and probably you might also ask if you can get a customized one. This is a live transmission. Yoruba land or Nigeria is 1 hour ahead of us. It is just coming up to 1300 hours. Don't get confused. Don't get like, which one will be 1300 hours? It is just 1 p.m. local time in London. Looking at the window, it was very, very heavy rain this morning. Some part of England. And you might be wondering, where is England? And what is the difference between England, Wales, and Scotland? It is one union, but they all have different ways that they operate in their parliament. I live in England. I'm sure some of you must have heard about Mayegun. He's in Scotland. You must have heard about Wales. Do you know that trying to study in UK is very good, but you will need to change the naira that is becoming fast depreciating. The naira, you will need a lot of these if you want to come and study in UK. At least about almost 60 million naira. And you might probably need a lot. I'm not sure whether many Nigerians have that money. But we know that Nigerians have been japa. But the question is, how many people can we take out of Nigeria? I am not here talking to just any other person apart from the real Yoruba people that do not want to be killed, massacred, either through the economy of Nigeria. It is not just Fulani that is killing us. I want you to take note of that. We have so many things that is currently taking our lives away from us. But maybe we should remind you that the only way is Yoruba sovereign nation. Some people disagree with the Yoruba nation. They say probably we should call it Oduduwa Republic or even Yoruba Kingdom. But the most important thing is the exit out of what is called Nigeria today. All that will need to be something that has to be deliberated, has to be discussed. We cannot force anybody to say we are going into Yoruba nation, just like you have not been forced to vote or campaign for APC. We should start with this. And I say good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my transmission. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. And like I said, the time is just coming up to 1 p.m. local time in London.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Well, the president says he wished there are other ways, but there is none. Let me take you back to 2021 to start with. What took place in 2021 was genocide against the Yoruba people by the Fulanis. They've been operating in Nigeria. The international community knows that we have good amount of terrorists that are operating in Nigeria today. This is just to remind you that something took place June precisely 2021. Let's listen or watch the video together.
gbogbo ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ ti rí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá ni mo ṣe fídíò yìí ní Sunday gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí Fúlàní pa tàbá sọ ẹ̀ràn wa kọ́ni lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ràn owó èèyàn lọ́wọ́ ogun ń bọ̀ ẹ̀wòrán sógun ò ti dé sógun ò ti dé òkú tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ sí more than 15 ẹ̀wòrán sógun dí àbí ogun òde iṣẹ́ Fúlàní lẹ́wọ̀n yìí o èyí Sunday lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá gbogbo ilé iṣẹ́ ti rí gbogbo akọ́nẹ́jọ ẹni dé wọ́n ti pọ́nmọ́ Yorùbá tó bá ìbáyẹn ní díẹ̀ ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run má kí àìjẹ wá gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ bá ti wo fídíò bá ń pe Kóìkì ẹjọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí this is war ẹ ti rí ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run fóònù tó ti fẹ́ kú fóònù ti fẹ́ kú ẹ wo ìgangan láwà ìgangan láwà ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣọ́jà Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣọ́jà Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣọ́jà Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni èní Sunday já ṣọ́jà Nàìjíríà òkú ti pọ̀ ju ẹjọ́.
Well, what you heard there was one of our comrades in June as he arrived into Igogon. Dead bodies all over the place. Buildings, palace was burnt down. And you might be asking, was there a war going on to warrant such an attack on the Yoruba community? And for the benefit of those that do not know where Igogon is precisely at the southwest of Nigeria in Oyo State. We had a president then called Muhammadu Buhari that protected his clan, the Fulanis, gave them everything. We were even reminded that during the tenure of the former governor Lam Adesina, Buhari came down to warn the governor of the death of some of his comrades or his people. The question then we should be asking is, how do we as people, as Yorubas or as Nigerians, depending on what you want to call yourself, because Nigeria is still a country, how do we diffuse these problems so that the future will be bright for those that still want Nigeria and also for some of us that do not want Nigeria anymore? What do you think we can do? Well, it seems that 2 years after, you would have thought that things will be better, at least to some extent, not just in Nigeria, but across Nigeria. But rather, we have now been experiencing more death from the same set of people, though their argument also says that they are being killed by the Yorubas and the Igbos, and they are not sure why they are being killed. They are not being given opportunity, even though we all own Nigeria. And yes, I mean, we cannot doubt that Nigeria belongs to every Nigerian, regardless of wherever you are in Nigeria, according to the Constitution. But does the Constitution allow Fulani that are roaming around with their cow to kill other indigenous people or Nigerians? Do the government says that the Constitution that allow you to live in Southeast, in the Southwest, either through buying the land, or should we say that these people that are moving their cows are disrespecting the farmers that have created the clash? But let me remind you that we are not just saying that Nigeria is not working because of that. we are saying that the identity of Nigerians have been removed. And there's a record that takes us back to that. But the question I'm asking again is, how do we diffuse the problem between every community in Yoruba land, in the southeast, in the middle belt? How do we stop the menace? I am not sure the British citizen would want terrorists to operate on their territory and kill them. I'm not sure Canadians will expect the same thing, the Japan, the South Korea. But why is Nigeria different? Are we not human beings? Are we also not allowed to speak out against the crime against humanity? But it seems that the Fulani communities are also speaking out. And maybe they are speaking out and they are probably not being heard. And they spoke out just less than 24 hours. That video will also come up in just about a few minutes. I want to remind every Nigerians that no one among the Yorubas are against any Nigerian living anywhere. But if you're operating a business, just like we all do for those of us that are living outside, I don't think my business should be used to destabilize another man's business. I don't think the British government would allow my business in UK to disturb somebody else's business. The question then is, why is the Fulanis of the Mayati Allah using their own business to disturb other businesses like the farmers? And what can be done? There are evidence of so many atrocities that have been committed by this same set of people, but it seems that the former President Muhammadu Buhari, a friend and a family of the Fulanis, he is also from Niger, the mother is from Castina. I think he prefer that the Fulani should be given ways, allow them to move around without any disturbance, without any hindrances. The question then is, would Bola Tinubu, the current president, do the same thing, or would he put a full stop to why Buhari allowed many Fulanis from Niger, from other parts of Africa, to come into Nigeria without a visa? But the Fulani spoke out as well. And they are now warning every single one of us in the Southwest to be careful, because they will stop bringing foodstuff into our territory. And the question is, should we start getting panic? Should we start getting worried that if foodstuff is not coming from the north to the Southwest called Nigeria, are we going to be starved to death? Food is very, very important. You just need to look at what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. The wheat, the biggest wheat exporter in the world, is coming from that region. But yet, the wheat is now become part of the tools for war. Wheat is used for so many things, but the basic one I will tell you is bread. So if the Northerners are advising us for the fact that we gave a warning to the Fulani that we're killing our people again in Iwere Ile, an ultimatum of 7 days. Some Yoruba even do not like the word ultimatum. Why give them an ultimatum? The question is, if the governors, that is the chief security, refuse to do anything, should we sit back and do nothing? I am sure that there's a second amendment in America that allows you to carry a weapon and kill anyone that terrorizes or come close to you. We don't have the weapon, but we have what it takes to give warning that if you continue, we want you to live with us in our community, but we don't expect you to become a menace and a threat to lives and property. The Fulani or the Mayati Allah or the Northerners have responded back, and this is what they have to remind us, that you all in the Southwest, remind yourself that we provide the food security in Nigeria. And within the next 4 weeks, we will stop bringing foodstuff because of what Igboho said. Let's listen to them.
Every Nigerian has the right to live in any
part of the country. Just of recent, Sunday Igboho was released from prison, but he issued a fresh ultimatum for Fulani community that are residing in Yoruba land to leave the region within 10 days. This time around, we, the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria, will do everything possible to stop that move. And if he refuses to listen if he resists to listen, then we have no option rather than to ask Yorubas that are resident in the northern Nigeria to also go back to their region. On the issue of compensation, for our victims as a result of NSAS killing, Shasha Akinyele Market killings, IPOP and ESN killings, we have been pursuing it for some years now. Since previous administration, a lot of promises were made, but still the federal government refused to fulfill the promise. So we are requesting Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this issue of compensation to do something on it, as we are given 4 weeks ultimatum. If nothing is being done, then we are actually going a peaceful protest, peaceful demonstration, after which we will shut down the country on all food supplies moving from north to all southern part of the country. This thing we have sent to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu even before he was inaugurated as president. And as President Commander-in-Chief, we have also forwarded this demand and request. All security agencies, the head of security agencies of this country are aware of it. All governors of 19 northern states, all former leaders, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most especially those that come from the north, are aware of it. The Northern Traditional Council are aware of it. The 19 northern state assemblies are also aware of this issue. It's not a new matter. We have been pursuing this issue since during the NSAS, the Shasha Akinyele Market killings, and that of the ESN and Nnamdi Kanu's killings. The National Assembly, I repeat, is fully aware of it under Senator Ahmed Lawan. That was mentioned specifically, and a bill was passed in that respect. So we are saying and demanding that the President and Commander-in-Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu first pay this compensation, and also we are asking the Afenifere, the Yoruba Socio-Cultural Organization, to call Sunday Igboho to order on this continuous harassment and intimidation of our people that he is doing. I repeat, what we are shying away from this thing not because of fear. We are not cowards. We are doing so because we respect constituted authority and we respect our elders. We are cultured and we respect the culture. So call him to order so that he does not carry out his threat. If he's allowed to do that, I repeat, we will have no option than to do the same. And we are saying that we have the capacity to do the same thing.
Okay, now we've had the northern part.
Every Nigerian has a right to live in any part.
We've had what they've said. And they have argument as well. Should we now also start talking? And let's go straight back to what Afenifere that is referring to caution Oloye Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho for the threat being issued. Well, I don't know how the Afenifere are going to respond to this, but I can remind you that just last week, there was a communique that came out from Afenifere and also Ohanize and also the Pandef. And what they are saying might mean that whatever the Northerners are saying regarding the threat to food security, maybe Afenifere is right to be saying that we will need to go back to how and the agreement and the arrangement that we got from the British in 1957. And that might be one of the ways to stop these killings between the two ethnic groups, both the Northerners and the Yorubas. What did Afenifere say? Let's go through the article. Nigeria's future is uncertain. Without restructuring, I'll repeat that again. Nigeria's future uncertain. When the word uncertain is used, how and what is the meaning of the word? Should you be concerned as a Nigerian, regardless of whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Ishekiri, Edo, or any of the 350 plus ethnic groups in that geographical location? Should you be worried that something might be uncertain? What is the meaning of the word not able to be relied on? That means that we cannot rely on Nigeria because the future is bleak. Are you concerned? Are you worried? Or should we just not worried? Maybe this other headline might make you a little bit feel uncomfortable. And this headline was on China's television just last month. An happy new month to every one of us. This headline is one of the current state governor. My brother, Val, a very good brother, says that is the future of Nigeria. It's very bleak. I understand my utterances might not be very comfortable with many Nigerians. I will try to not use certain words. Maybe this might be a program you want to sit back and watch. Let's be honest with ourselves. Do we have future in Nigeria? You can put it in the comment section. I might pick it up and let others know. I am not here to force or compel or ask you to believe in what I believe. But I hope that your belief would allow you to live peacefully in Nigeria for a very long time. And whatever that belief is, it does not matter. But as long as that belief will allow you as a citizen of Nigeria to live peacefully with other ethnic groups or indigenous people, and you can start thinking of what are those beliefs. It could even be as simple as maybe to live in the north without being worried. Maybe to live in the southwest without being concerned about the southeast. Maybe to live in the southeast without being worried. Or maybe due to your culture, language, tradition, do you think that you can practice your full tradition in any part of Nigeria without being asked questions? Because we have now seen that question is being asked even between Yorubas and Yorubas in Yoruba territory. I don't have to go into the details. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. People are now saying that you can take your religion or whatever you worship to another state and that will be respected. But this part of this Yoruba land would not tolerate this kind of worshiping. So the next headline, maybe you might want to take it serious or you might just also let it pass. The headline says, Boko Haram may wipe Nigeria off the map. Zulum raises alarm about insurgency. Who are these Boko Haram? What do they want? Can we have meeting with them? Can we dialogue with them? Oh yes, it seems that has been going on between the federal government and Nigeria. Real dialogue has been going on between Nigeria and the federal government. Sorry, between the federal government and Nigeria. And what do I mean by that? It seems that the federal government of Nigeria, and again, this is coming from another headline on the People's Gazette, dated the 26th of October, 2023. I want you to take note of some of these headlines. I know that those headlines have gone past because there's a lot of activities going on in Nigeria that you might lose track of some of these headlines. But we, the journalists, try to remind you that these are real questions that we should start talking about rather than coming on the social media and abusing each other. The other headline says 2,168 ex-Boko Haram terrorists graduated from the federal government rehabilitation program. Wow. So we now have Boko Haram that are coming out of university or tertiary institution. Interesting times ahead. Should I move one step back? I'm asking again, are we really in these? What do we know? What is the simple meaning of not having certain knowledge, doubtful, remains uncertain about our plans? Do you have plans in Nigeria? Do you have any plan in Nigeria? All right. I don't want to take calls, but because it's still an interactive platform, I will allow it to go through. Hello, caller. Go ahead and make it very, very brief, sir.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
We can hear you, caller. Go ahead. All right. Let's allow that to pass. I'm asking the question again. Are we now in, or should we just say it will pass and everything will come back to normal? I've given you a few headlines. One of the headline again says, Nigeria's future, or Nigeria's future rather, without restructuring. Ohanize wants Afenifere and other forum to compel. Let's break the word compel. C-O-M-E-P-L. What does it mean for a layman? When we use the word force, oblige, are we going to force the president to take us back to restructure? The Northerners are saying that Igboho is giving ultimatum and they don't like that. They are not happy with the Biafra killing them in the southeast. I'm not sure whether they are concerned about the terrorists killing them in the north. Because going back to what the governor of Borno State, he says, and I quote, these Mayati Allah are not worried about what is happening in the north, but they are concerned that it seems that the Yorubas are attacking and probably killing them. So they are not pleased because we are all Nigerians, and according to quote and unquote the present constitution of the 1999 military fraudulent decree, we cannot allow them not to live with us. So they are saying that we have the right to live anywhere we want to live. There's no problem in that, as long as the community that these individuals wants to live, they are not committing crime against humanity. Mr. Samuel Afolabi says, and I quote, and you can put your comment, I will pick it and I'll read it out for the benefit of all the platforms. We are live on the MixLR, and I hope one day we will be able to do more. But for today, if you can pay me back the $30, where me I used by MixLR again, I have to renew it today. It's just less than £24. Maybe one person want to pay me that back and I can have my £24 back, at least for the next month. I don't think it's going to be right for me to be sourcing money out of my own little ways so that I can allow you to listen to me. The rest of the platform, my Sky bill comes out tomorrow is £52. Maybe 2 people can also help, or 5 people of £13. I have told you, media is not expensive. So it's not a joke. It is expensive. So tomorrow, my Sky comes out. So in case you don't pay me and you don't see me go live in the next few days, it's because my internet at home has been disconnected. And I'm sure some of you would not like that. Maybe 10 people or 5 people might want to support us, or probably maybe many of you with just £1 or $1. Thank you so much. Mr. Samuel Afolabi says, and I quote, "The territorial claims of region called Nigeria to me is a totally obsolete. If it is our father's land as proclaimed by Nigerians, how related are Nigerians to the..." I'm going to use the word, even though my mom do not want me to use it, but should I just say Oyinbo people? I'm sure you know what that means. He wrote it in English, but my mom doesn't like me to use that word. So I will just say Oyinbo people that named us Nigeria. I'm going to allow the call again to come through, and I'll probably not use the speaker. Hello, caller, go ahead because we are not taking calls, but I'm just going to allow you to go through, please.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
We can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I've been listening to you and listening to you carefully. But to me, we can easily set Nigeria as a leader, but under probability, equally no, under probability, for sure. But then the second one is that our Fulani Tola of our video can they will be compelled. I mean, they will not have an option than to send the Yorubas that live in North back home if the Sunday ban threatening and we èmi ò rí sí threatening because èèyàn tó ti kú nísìn family ìta ló fẹ́ down for family. Èèyàn tó ń kú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá as in tí àwọn Fúlàní ń pa ó pọ̀. But having said that, èmi kọ́kọ́ wo gbogbo wa pátápátá gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá gan pé a ò sí nínú room kan as in ìmọ̀ wa ò ṣe ẹyọ kan. Tí ìmọ̀ wa bá ṣe ẹyọ kan, ibi tá à ń lọ ò jìnnà. But torí pé ìmọ̀ wa ò ṣe ẹyọ kan, ibi tá à ń yà sí ó pọ̀ gan. We're just like checking other stuff till power. If you can set our goal and we make it a priority as in primary assignment, that this way we are going to. You believe within a short time we'll get there. But because of selfish interest and when you're me, and primary assignment or feeling. Having said that, èmi kò believe pé bóyá ó yẹ kí gbogbo wa ká ronú within ourselves. Ẹ ká pé àjọ ìrònú pọ̀. Bá a ṣe ṣe ní time yẹn, ó kàn yẹ pé it's unfortunate báwọn kan dàrú. But if you can have that momentum again, I believe things will still get better. Than this, you can still do it. Then, àwọn kankan wà tó jẹ́ pé a lè ṣe tó máa jẹ́ kó yá. But uma acquire owó náà ni. Èèyàn mélòó lórí èdè àti ìfilẹ̀, especially our tower and things were not that good. Not something is called bad girl. Gas is now 1,100. Things is so hard. Rice will ship for work on. So ṣe ni ẹlẹ́fẹ́ ni kó dáwó. But if you want kan wà tán lè fara wọn lẹ̀ to do some little things. To dẹ̀ lè jẹ́ kó yá fast within a month. Nǹkan tó máa shake gan. But I was in diaspora. Diaspora enlistings for all and we'll get there. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much for our caller and the input and the message is well understood. Thank you so much once again to everyone that have joined us as we continue our campaign and awareness on the current situation of Nigeria. We are still on the word uncertain, but we went further to compel. So, Afenifere and Ohanize are saying, look, should we not allow the restructure of Nigeria? Certain things might happen. I will read that and probably maybe we can understand it better. So we have two different groups saying different things. We have the Ohanize, the Afenifere, Pandit, and the rest saying, look, Bola Tinubu, the president, needs now to be spell, and I've used the dictionary to find out the meaning, because this is a big word. Force or oblige someone to do something. So they are obliging the new president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to restructure the country so that we can still live as one Nigeria. But another governor is saying, no, we might not even have Nigeria in the future. So I'm asking Nigerians now is, which one should we quickly be worried about? Which one should we be concerned? Which one should be our top priority? Is it the Igboho giving ultimatum and the response back from the Fulani or the Mayatiala or the Northerners? Or should we be concerned that a sitting governor in Borno State is giving us a better insight of the Nigeria that we might not even see in the future? Because everybody wants to have a future, but Zulum says, and I quote, on the channel's website, dated on the 30th of October 2023. This is still less than 72 hours ago. And the headline says like this: Boko Haram may wipe Nigeria off the map. Zulum raises alarm about insurgencies. We have to stop the younger ones from being recruited into Boko Haram and also ISWAP. Otherwise, in the future that myself and you want in Nigeria, we want a future. We don't want Nigeria to break. We want to live in a country called Nigeria. But we are now being told that that future of that Nigeria that every one of us wants to hold on to, we might not even have Nigeria, because there are now new recruits going on in the northern part of Nigeria that myself and you cannot see visibly well. But a governor that is there is telling us that if we do nothing now, the future, he actually says, in the near future, the entire Nigeria will be wiped off the map. Wow, that is a very heavy one. We have another caller. Remember, it's an interactive platform, and but I will not allow them to take too much time. Go ahead straight to the point as a new caller as well.
Good afternoon, sir.
And you can speak in Yoruba. I'm not enforcing anybody to speak in English, so you don't have to speak in English. I will do the translation for our audience.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn mìíràn ti sọ jáde báyìí, wọ́n ń pa wá látijọ́ ìwọ̀n orí ọ̀rọ̀ sọ jáde sí, wọn ò rọ̀rọ̀ sọ jáde sí. Ìgbà tí Chief Sunday Igboho sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n jáde. Kò sí wàhálà. Ṣé rí àwa àtàwọn èmi lọ́kàn ni o, àtàwa tá à ń ja ìjà self-determination ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí bàbá èmi lọ́kàn kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Ṣé rí báyìí, àmọ́ wá dira wa mú. Gbogbo lè tán sọ pé àwọn ló kàn òun, àwọn kan ló kàn òun. Ohun tá a nídìí báyìí pé múra sílẹ̀. Àsìkò yìí gangan la máa múra wa sílẹ̀. Ó ń bọ̀, àwọn láńdẹ́ẹ̀dì ó ti dé tán báyìí. Ohun tá a nídìí tá a máa fi defend ara wa. Èmi ni oúnjẹ ni. Kó tí wọ́n sọ fún wọn kán máa ṣe látijọ́ yìí hùn. Báyìí wọ́n máa ṣe gbèsè lórí ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn underground tá a máa fi defend ara wa tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀, kí bàbá máa ṣe tiwọn òkú sí wàhálà, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi àwa náà lẹ̀ ká máa ṣe tiwa. Ohun tá a ní báyìí jẹ́ ìgbà tó ti jáde báyìí, ó ti jẹ́ kó hàn pé wọ́n mìíní ṣẹ́rí nǹkan àjẹ́ndà àwọn ọyọ̀ kan tí wọ́n fẹ́, òun náà ní ká máa pa wá Yorùbá. Àbí àwa ní lajú wálẹ̀. Ní lajú wálẹ̀. Ìgbésẹ̀ tá a bá máa gbé báyìí, gbogbo gbèríko pátá, gbogbo àwọn yẹn wa tó wà ń lé, iṣẹ́ oko tí wọ́n ń sọ yẹn, iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn, kónkálùkù tètè máa mú lọ́kùnkúndùn báyìí. kó kálukú tètè máa yíra ẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n lè lọ́kàn pé ogun bọ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti wọlé tún tí mo fẹ́ sọ ìjẹ́ rẹ̀.
Thank you so much. For the benefit of our listeners that are not Yorubas, the caller is just again trying to say that, the Northerners are waiting. They are also preparing. And we must not all sleep with two eyes closed. Before we take the next caller, because my Twitter space, the phone is not very good. I hope it's going to hold, but I'm going to bring Sister Buki in quickly so that she can speak to us, so that in case the phone eventually dies, she will not say, but Koiki, you said me there, I was putting my hands up. If you're still there, Sister Buki, go ahead now, because the battery on that phone is going very slow, and I don't want you to go without speaking to me. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Very quickly, I'm very surprised at the statement of the gentleman from the north. And I'm very surprised that he's actually threatening us with food. I mean, has our situation gone that bad that the northerners will now be threatening others with food? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know that in Yoruba they say our Yoruba share our more olofun to jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa fi oúnjẹ láti máa dẹ́rù bà wá.
Okay.
We are Yorubas, we are ingenious, we're very, very resourceful. So I don't know where their brains are situated, that they should be threatening us with, we Yorubas threatening us with food. Is he joking or what? That's number one. Number two, Oloye Sunday would not have made that statement if it's that they were not a threat to our Yoruba community and society, and to the Yorubas in general. They are coming from the north and killing our people. Where did they see that the Yorubas in the north are killing the northerners? So is he now saying that we should just sit back and allow them to deflate our population, which is what they're trying to do? It's a systematic genocide, which we will not tolerate. They are the ones benefiting from our land, more or less. So, we are just making that statement just to defend ourselves. But we Yorubas, we're very content with what God has given us. We don't have to be in their space. If they say that the Yorubas in the north should come, yeah, of course, we'll definitely make our way back to our home. But I think whatever has come out of his mouth is I don't think he's thinking, and I don't think he knows the Yorubas I don't think the northerners know the Yorubas well. They need to be very careful with their utterances and their threats. I yield the mic.
Wow, thank you so much. That's again the Yoruba Nation Now. Sorry I couldn't join you all yesterday during the Citizen AY program on the Twitter space. Remember to follow Yoruba Nation Now on the Twitter. There's a lot of awareness that we need to create now. Food awareness is now at the top mark, and I think our governors have a lot of responsibility. Like I said, it's still an interactive, so we might be taking calls. If they speak Yoruba, I would do translation. I cannot force anybody to speak in English. Hello, caller. You're live on KOIKIMEDIA. Go ahead, sir. Or go ahead, ma. I don't know, because I haven't said this number.
Hello, brother mi Koiki.
Ega was Soreto.
Ni wale brother mi.
Inshallah, Shedumar, in Jesus'
name.
Ètè mi máa sọ olórí Mẹ́ẹ̀tì Allah ní pé ohun ìgboro ẹyọ kan péré náà gbọ́ tẹ́rù ń bà wọ́n. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí Fúlàní ń pààyàn ní Ìwéré Ilé. Mẹ́ẹ̀tì Allah ò jáde kò sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Sáà, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ka fókọ̀sì lórí ni pé mo fẹ́ ka fókọ̀sì lórí àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re yìí. Nǹkan tó bá sọ jáde, ó ti pè wọ́n sí ìrìn sìn. Bóyá wọ́n máa sọ jáde pé kí bàbá wa Ìgbòho kó step back ni nǹkan táwa fẹ́ dúró lé lórí nìyẹn.
Okay, so that's a point there. So for the benefit of our listeners, I'm just going to quickly say that the brother is saying that we have to now wait to see or hear, now that they've called Afenifere by this group called, I don't know whether we can call them Miatiala or Northerners. So the brother is saying now that we have to now wait and hear how Afenifere is going to respond to that calling. Go ahead, Mubon sir.
Yeah, but mo fẹ́ ká dúró ká kọ́ wò nìyẹn ká wo ibi tí wọ́n fì sí. Bóyá òwe tó ń pa wípé ọmọ ẹni ò ní ṣèdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká fi lẹ̀kẹ̀ sí di ọmọ ẹlòmíì bóyá ó máa yọ ń bẹ̀ yẹn la fẹ́ mọ̀. A tún fẹ́ ká tún focus lórí ìjọba Tinubu lórí nǹkan tí yẹn náà kọ́ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ because nígbà tó ń pààyàn ní ìwéré ilé Afẹ́nifẹ́re ò jáde kò sọ̀rọ̀. Northern ò sọ̀rọ̀. Bàbá Tinubu ò sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ bàbá Tinubu kò sí tó sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí ọmọ ènìyàn tí àánú ọmọ ènìyàn jẹ́ tó gbé olóyè Sunday Igboho ó jáde ó sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ má de ohun ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ṣòtìrí èèyàn kan wá ń wà ẹ̀gẹ́sẹ̀ wọn ní kí gbogbo Fúlàní kó kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Fúlàní tó ń pa ènìyàn lọ ń sọ pé kó kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó má bòkó wa jẹ́. Nǹkan tí mo sọ èmi fẹ́ gba àwọn aráalé ní àmọ̀ràn àti àwa tí a wà ní diaspora ká ṣe nǹkan wa ní secretly fún àwọn èèyàn wa ń lé ẹ lọ róúnjẹ lẹ̀ ń lé gbogbo wípé wọ́n fẹ́ stop oúnjẹ láti gbé wá ẹ̀ àwọn lè bí máa pa wá ẹbí ò lè pa wá because nǹkan tó wọ́n fi sọ.
All right, for argument's sake, and the caller again, just briefly, because we have a lot of listeners from Africa and probably they could get lost, especially with Yoruba. So the caller is saying now that our Yoruba people must start preparing for having their own food stuff. And probably we've been telling people to go into local house farming. You don't need a big farm, just the one that can feed you and your family. The question I want to ask now is, why? If they refuse to bring the food, how should the Yoruba government, well, not Yoruba government, let me not put Yoruba government, how should the Yoruba governors react to this? And how should our Yoruba, Taje Omo Yoruba, in Southwest, if they're not going to bring the food, what then should we react to? Should we say that if they stop bringing the food, then maybe it's time to shut the borders? I don't know. I just want to get what your feels are around that before you go. Yeah. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. Yeah, go ahead, Sister Bookie, quickly. Because you're a woman, we are giving you a priority.
You remember when they started these killings? When was it? About 2 or 3 years back.
Yeah, they said the same thing 2 years ago. I remember that. That was how we called it. Yeah.
That we're not going to bring the food, and they actually made an attempt. But did we Yorubas? It didn't even move us.
Okay.
They are the ones selling their food to us.
Okay.
So who is it going to affect? Is it us or them? They're the ones selling. So if they stop selling to us,
okay.
This is what they forget. They are forgetting about the Yorubas.
Okay.
You can't lay a threat of food on our doorstep. That's just stupid.
Okay.
In fact, that's the height of any stupidity.
Because we're not talking about food. We are talking about food security here now, and food security is a very it's a very big business. And then let me go back to the caller on the line.
Thank you, sir. Mo fẹ́ ká fúnra wa ní sacrifice. Mo believe pé tó bá di time àwẹ̀, a máa ń gbàwẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà.
Yes.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká reverse ẹ̀ padà pé a fẹ́ gbàwẹ̀ lọ́tẹ̀ ìyàwẹ̀ tó máa kó wọn kúrò nínú oko ẹrú. Ṣó ti yín? Èmi náà ti ń pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn mi nílé àtọ́làtọ̀ téèyàn bá sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ sí wọn. Ẹ ra ráìsì lé ẹ̀rọ oúnjẹ sílé. Kẹ máa jẹ ráìsì àti gàrí lójoojúmọ́. Títí tí gbogbo eléyìí máa fi kúrò nílẹ̀. Èèyàn máa ń fi ebi panú kó ba lè gbòmìnira ni. Because àwọn eléyìí ń tẹ́tù wa lórí oúnjẹ common Hausa onídọ̀tí àwọn tó ẹ̀ pa à ń lò wọ́n fún oko tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni iná wá ń tẹ́tù wa. Ṣó ti yé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ? We will not stop wípé láti chase wọn kúrò ní fáàmù wa. Because ìdí tó ṣe ń ba ọkọ̀ wa jẹ́ nìyẹn kọ́ lè máa kó nǹkan oúnjẹ wọlé. So nígbà gbogbo wọn bá tó kó màálù fún wọn mọ́là. A mọ̀ pé àwọn politician náà kó màálù fún wọn. Example lórí bàbá mi Wasiu Ayinde àwọn náà ní agbo màálù tí Fúlàní ń bá wọn tọ́jú. But bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí lórí àwọn ọba tí wọ́n kó màálù fún wọn Fúlàní yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n tí Ayinde yàtọ̀ òun ní garden tó ń fi wọ́n sí tó fi ń jẹun.
Which is a private business. It's a private business for that one. So yeah.
Ṣó ti yé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ? But wọ́n ń ba oko wa jẹ́ àwọn àgbàgbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Méjèèjì Alábí Méjèèjì tó sọ yìí. fẹ́ wo nǹkan tí Afẹ́nifẹ́re àbí Tinubu government tó
Okay.
fẹ́ sọ lórí ẹ̀.
All right.
Bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ sọ fún wa pé fún àwa Yorùbá nation ká dúró ni I don't understand. So
Okay.
ìgbà ẹ̀ la máa ti mọ̀ ẹ́ pé so we need to fight for our right.
Okay.
Youth gangan ló lè jà fúnra wa báyìí. Kì í ṣe àwọn àgbàlagbà.
Eshegoni, thank you so much. And
Thank you,
and
brother.
that is a caller from the state. I know more people are still trying to call in. The number's still the same. And let's go again to another call coming through quickly. Hello, caller.
Yeah, hello, brother.
Ekawo Soreto.
Yeah, waiting I want to say, even though this morning, as I see that video yesterday, this morning, I don't message it for WhatsApp. Say this thing need to come outside. You need to come outside with bomber to bomber this morning. Come with it, say do show. See, waiting I want just talk say for all Omo Yoruba papata. Make anybody know use this thing they play. This thing with this man, this foolish people talk. They will know use and play. One, why I talk to say this now 2 years ago. I mean, if I don't do mistake, don't reach 2 years now. When these people come outside, threatened all the both the Igbo, everybody, threatening everybody. This is not the second time. What I want to talk for that place, we say, for them to come outside that year, later they cancel one. Now they come outside again. Come they talk am. Maybe they don't plan. Maybe waiting with they cancel that one that time. Maybe it's because they don't know where they will sell the goods put. Now they don't come go find the place where they will sell the goods. Like say they won't go Nigeria, won't go anywhere now. They don't go find and down. In case anything won't happen, they will already push their goods go that side. Waiting me, I want to talk. Be say make every more Yoruba as you don't talk before. He get back when they use the farm now. Get back. Buy sack. What they call them? This Dangote bag. All this bag, any cement bag. Any bag at all. Put sand inside. Start to do small farming. If now on top my land, like the place where I did, now just only room and follow self contain now build for there. The rest land I take build a plant con planting, what they call them, and every other cassava. If this thing happen, I don't go lie. Unless the war enter the area where I did, or anything enter where any place where I did, I don't go. For like 3, 4, 6 months, I will see the church small. Make all Yoruba people they do small things, especially those people who dey inside. When they did close to all this bush, when they not inside city. What they do because this thing now, if they talk say this thing they don't go do up, they call the other one. If this thing go happen, honestly, people go say they are hungry. And again, according to what our brother talk, say we could listen to what that only about Afenifere they want talk. Now good talk. Now we could see what they want talk. Those are Afenifere what they want talk. So maybe they wait for restructuring. Fine, good. Restructuring itself is good. From there, we enter Yoruba nation. If now restructuring they won't give us first. But we waiting for what they want talk. And again, Baba Igboho, Shansa, Oga Tiwa Deyin, Emma Mikon. Tó bá ti yá ó ti yá ẹ má mi kàn tó bá ti yá ó ti yá bàbá Ìgbòho ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan kan gbogbo wọn pátápátá wọn bẹ̀rù ẹ̀rù ń bà wọn kàn jẹ́ pé wetin dey come outside come do yesterday so they wan put threatening for Igboho mind and they don't know person they wan put threat na that one be like person they wan put threat for im mind. They're mad. Brother,
thank you so much. And this my caller try very well speak broken English, which again is good because we carry everybody around. Easy Dollar, thank you so much, and the rest of you that have joined us so much. This is the second or probably the third or the fourth. The line is still open, and we are looking into this problem where the northerners they say they're not going to bring food come southwest anymore. Are we going to be hungry? Are we going to be concerned? Hello, caller. I'm going on.
Okay, everybody. Surely, I'm very well, there's anything positive now. Because I want to Fulani man, I want to Fulani look. Oh, do to get Baba for my auntie. They're not with Afenifere are not with us. They're never with us. What about us? We have to stand up and fight our battle ourselves. All what I know is that everybody should be ready. This is the time. We don't even need the Northerners' food. We don't need their food again. They should go up with their foodstuffs. They're even giving us poisonous food. Yes. That is why all our youth, everybody are lazy. They don't want their food. Their food are too expensive for our people. That's why they're going to our farmland to kill our people. They don't want us to be useful in Southwest. And we want our people to be useful. They come down to us, kill our farmers, kill everybody. We want to come and take over. No, we don't want them. They should go down to their product. We don't want it.
Okay.
My advice is that everybody should get ready. Everybody should be in readiness. The Almighty God will protect everybody. Everybody, both home and abroad. The Lord will be our strength.
Amen.
Along, I can say for Akogowa. I want to buy near Binile, all job, open one, as a queen, I need neon one. All I have for one, everybody might get ready. Because this is the time. I'm one of them. The Lord will not come down. That is definite. We have to fight our battle ourselves. Waiting for everybody, waiting for Tinubu, waiting for this, waiting for that. Now, wasting our time. That M1 is where we're going. Right. We're almost there. And we have to wait. Stop waiting. Waiting 10 years is wasting our time. Waiting 5 years, we're not producing the matter. Let's do it once and for all. If that 1 month, that 1 4 weeks is people too much. You should give it 7 days as warrior, like they should give us 7 days now. Why 4 weeks? No, they should give 7 days of it up. That's 4 weeks. Not to make arrangements for us to take product. They have common sense now. They think they're not wise. They want to make alternatives for that thing. No, everything. God is in control. He said they want to come out. I mean, offer what only come out what I want to relate. No, but tell you that's joy. But you never take off the back, you know, people may I see that may I want to ask. Yeah. Also, when you other time, you change. What also to say, Emma, you know, it also not do. So I tó kú yẹn ọ̀pọ̀ pẹ̀lú tó kú yẹn wọ́n níyàwó èmi níyà èmi ní bàbá láàrin wọn èmi bí àwọn ọmọ sílẹ̀ àwọn tálí màmá tó jọ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣáwọn ilé ṣáwọn àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ tẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣáwọn lọ́pọ̀ lórí ṣá àbí human being or animal ṣé ìjọba Nàìjíríà àwọn tó ti kú yẹn ṣáwọn àwọn tó jọ àwọn ọmọ sílẹ̀ àìsàn sí bàbá àti àwọn ìyàwó ṣáwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà tọ́jú wọn àbá àwọn àwùjọ tó pọ̀ pa àbá àwọn fúlẹ̀ tó pa àwọn ìyàkan máa ń tọ́jú àwọn ẹbí wọn àdìtọ̀ máa what are they talking? Let's bring it on. Ọmọ wípé Ọlọ́run wà lókè. Ọmọ ìpè ilẹ̀ àlọ́bá wọn àjàbíjà wọ́n ju èpè lọ. Àlọ́bá àlọ́bá wọn ní Sokoto àbí ní Niger àbí ní Kaduna. Ṣọlá báwọn náà wá pọ̀ wá ní ìbílẹ̀ wa. Ọmọ ìpè Ọlọ́run wà lókè tó ń jẹ́ ìdáwà fún wa. Àwọn àlẹ́ ní káwọ́rọ̀ kí epo lé gbọ́. Ó sọ fún toko kálukú wa oníkan tó bá ń dún. Hold on to it now. Àwọn tó bá ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ ní ògbógun kájọ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó wà lóde lọ láti di ìwé ní kò dùn sí àwọn tó wà fún àwọn fún láti wọ́n wà ní 54 ní 53 same thing àwọn kan ní 20 ó sà kó ti ra wọn kálukú fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìlúwọ́ ìjọ fún kò sáà wọn tó ibi ọ̀tá sáà sáà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí kó ti ń lọ yes kálukú fún wọn ọmọ rà sílẹ̀ lèyẹ kọ́ pé ọmọ àwọ̀ èsì ẹ̀ kò sí kálukú kan àwọn àwọn òyìnbó náà ti pé àwọn ohun yẹn níyà ẹlòmíì kìí táyà ẹlòmíì náà mọ́lẹ́jì ẹ̀ṣá àwọn àkókò ọmọ àrà sílẹ̀ wọ́n lè mọ̀ pé ọjọ́ ọmọ mọ́lẹ́jì ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ka kàtàkà ń bọ́ ẹ̀nìta adẹ̀ rẹ́jì kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rẹ́jì bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ojú tó bọ̀rọ̀ kò sí tọmọlọ́wọ́ ìkúrọ̀ o àwọn pípò yìí they need it let's give to them hot ọ̀sán jókòó lẹ́sẹ̀ àwọn tó kù yẹn bọ́ọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ dùnú bọ́ọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀mí yẹn tètè wọ́n kú pé ẹ má bínú àṣìṣe ni wọ́n tún sọ pé wọ́n sọ pé àwọn dàrí wa pé àwọn tó kù yẹn tẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ díẹ̀ lọ́ngà even if you no stop and tell your any office and some people go lọ sit down ọmọ ẹ̀ kọ́ mú ṣe ìyọmọ ẹ̀ kó lọ pa kó fún wọn kó lọ pa kó mú ìyàwó àwọn ẹ̀ fún wọn kó lọ dúnbú ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ bó ṣe rí àwọn tó kù yẹn èèyàn ni wọ́n nà ẹ̀yàn kan ló bí àwọn yẹn náà nà ó ti tó jẹ́ world now when the computerized world èèyàn kan lọ kí n kọ́kọ́ pọ̀ lójúmọ́ enough is enough kákó agbára jù tó lè gbòmọ́ kọ́ ló sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọkọ̀ láti sọ̀rọ̀ ní sẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀hún tó lè gbòmọ́ àwọn aláàpọ̀ ká máa pè we are all in need together we should do something for one of this àjọwọ́ àjẹ̀dá yìí ni Senegal is our leader yes àwọn náà nígbà èèyàn kan ló sọ̀rọ̀ ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí tí kò wọ́n bọ́tà bí wèrè ni ìgbà èèyàn kan ló sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ yóò yẹn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ìgbò ló sì dé nígbà tí wọ́n náà àjọba tó yẹ so already àwọn already wọn we are not scared our afraid of them ọ̀pọ̀ wa we have evidence evidence àkúnlẹ̀ náà enough is enough tí o bá sún tí o bá sún bákò kiri ojú ọ̀yà polówó ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà pé master wọ́n kí mi wetin happen enough of all this rubbish àṣẹ ìwé rẹ̀ àṣẹ ìdìbò olùkọ́ ọkọ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n rẹ̀ lé wọ́n débẹ̀ ọba yẹn ọba yẹn sọ pé àwọn òun ló kí òun ló bá ń jọ̀nù wọ́n á jọba lèmi yẹn kó gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn ọba yẹn kó sọ fún ọ bí wọ́n ti ṣe níbo nínú èrè yẹn ọba yẹn kọ́ mú enough of all this nonsense ọba fẹ́ ti wá tó èdè màálù ṣé màálù ju àwọn ọba wa ti ṣèrànwọ́ kò ṣiṣẹ́ lápò olówó màálù tó fi dáadáa àwọn lọ́wọ́ ọba tó kọ́ ọba lè rán fúnra màálù ló ṣe é fẹ̀mí àwa so ẹ̀mí èèyàn ju ti màálù lọ enough of all this nonsense. Coffee, no one's education. Was it take us from Alu? No! Enough of all this rubbish.
All right. I should go.
As you go,
all right.
Yeah, but the boss, I could be a stop something. How about that? Don't go away. I know, Christian, I know I want to get you. So, I think better, but I can't put what getting it. What get started in it? All people down. We are like, nobody's.
All right. I should go.
They have no anything. You only come in there. They don't have it. Don't know what you want. People are work. Tó ṣe mo ṣe fáwọn àwọn tó ṣe fáwọn àwọn ìyá tó àgbẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ fún wọn lóúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ fún wa. No, àwọn náà ti gbọ́ ó dùn jẹ wọn mú àwọn kan náà á jẹ àwọn ọlọ́run lè fi pawó. Ọlọ́run àbẹ̀ tó yẹ.
Thank you so much, Eshigoni. Let's continue with the program. Quite a lot of a reaction. I'm going to be telling you, let's play the video one more time. And then I still have to read those articles I've been reading. There's about 3,000 comments so far on that particular video. It has got about 2,200, 2.2k shares. So the reaction in the last one, are we now getting to a stage that the Northerners dictate the food security for us? Do you know that Shaitima, the current vice president, is currently in America talking about food security as well? What an interesting time to be alive. I'll be telling you more about that. Let me quickly remind you, we are still discussing everything from everything in Nigeria. Remind yourself that uncertain is Nigeria. The future is very, very bleak, according to the governor of Borno State. He says, and I quote again, the Borno State governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, has raised the alarm that Boko Haram insurgency is threatening to consume the nation if the humanitarian crisis in the Northeast is not contained. The question is, who is honest among the president of today? Buhari was not president. He was not honest. He couldn't even make the humanitarian crisis in the Northeast to be diffused. Buhari actually left Northeast to become more IDP. So Babagana Zulum or Professor Zulum says, the continuous existence of internal displaced people camps, known as IDP, in local government areas of Borno State is a potential time bomb. And you have the word very well, bomb, yes. I'm sure some of you know what bombs looks like. If you don't know, you might want to go on some of the news network and hear how the bomb is being used in the current war happening in the region where they're fighting war. Bomb explode and it kills, it destroys. So I don't know where Nigerians literally wants to fit in. Whether you still want us to remain Nigerians, but we wait until a potential time bomb as the internal displaced people camps are now being used as a recruitment ground for Boko Haram and ISWAP. I know many of you have heard about, the COS. Many people want to japa because the British need as many healthcare workers to take care of the elderly people. Imagine that Boko Haram and ISWAP are now using IDP ground to recruit the next generation of terrorists.
Issued a fresh ultimatum for Fulani community that are residing in Yoruba land to leave the region. Was released from prison, but he issued a fresh ultimatum for Fulani community that are residing in Yoruba land to leave the region within 10 days. This time around, we, the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria, will do everything possible to stop that movement.
Okay, so these are Northern Consensus of Nigeria. So let's look at them up. Northern Consensus of Nigeria. So this is the particular group that is speaking on behalf of the North, and they are sending message to Afenifere to warn Igboho to stop giving ultimatum. Who is Igboho to be giving ultimatum according to the Northern Consensus? Northern Consensus of Nigeria. And I'm just looking them up quickly. They're also very powerful. They have an Instagram page. They are speaking out on behalf of the Northern, either Fulani or Hausa. As at August last year, they asked Tinubu to create Ministry of Northern Nigerian Development, probably maybe something similar like the NDDC. I mean, this group are speaking already. They also went further in December. Okay, it's not the same news. They also went further in February. Consensus candidate Northern Elders Forum denies adopting Atiku. So these are also a very powerful group. So we should not take their words slightly, because they also have a lot of command that they will give in the North, and they will listen to them, just as we also have our own, whether it is the Afenifere, whether it is the self-determination under Professor Adebanji Akintoye. But the Northern Consensus group is saying, look, one Sunday Igboho is taking too much step. Nigeria belongs to every one of us, and Sunday Igboho cannot be threatening us. But the question is Sunday Igboho threatening the Northern Consensus? Because I'm not sure that Sunday Igboho is threatening the Northern Consensus. Sunday Igboho is saying that there is a problem. And the same problem is being highlighted by the Borno State governor. I don't think the Northern Consensus are aware of what the Borno State governor said. That Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb due to the fact of the internal displaced people that are now being used to recruit the next generation of terrorists in Nigeria. Or 4 minutes past 2 p.m. Yes, Nigeria is now 1 hour ahead of UK. The position of Borno State on the map of Nigeria is very important to all of us. Borno State is bordering Chad, Cameroon, and Niger Republic. Remember Niger? There was a coup d'etat a few months back. ECOWAS stopped talking about it. America is trying to negotiate with them so that they can have their base that cost almost $90 million, the French have been told to pack away because uranium is being sold cheaper while France was making a lot of money. So as we speak right now, the former president Muhammadu Buhari spent $2 billion loan for a train from Marada to Niger from Kano. It says it's good for the trade between the two countries. But he never told us the other hidden agenda. But right now, Tinubu, the president, some says, do we have the Benin Republic border officially open now for trade between Nigeria and also Benin Republic? If you have that information, you might want to put it in the comment section. So, Borno State Governor is advising us that we should not all sleep, whether you are living in the southeast, whether you are living in the southwest, regardless of wherever you are in Nigeria, it is a time bomb. Because Borno State is bordering borders that have influx of terrorists coming through. And if we do nothing or say nothing, we would all one day be consumed. I don't think I want to be consumed. Even if I'm going to be a Nigerian, I don't want to be consumed because I am not likely to go to the north, but I am still scared that even in the southwest, there is no security for me. So the position of Borno State on the map of Nigeria is very important to all of us. Borno State is bordering Chad, Cameroon, Niger Republic. Our borders are so porous, P-O-R-O-U-S. Or I can use Papa Oscar, Romeo Oscar, Uniform Sarah. What is the meaning of if we say something is? That means that there are some of our borders that people can just walk in without any kind of immigration. I know some of you might be thinking, is this true? I am not the one saying this now. Remember that this is a sitting governor. He has security meeting with some of the security architects in the state. He knows what is happening in his surrounding. He's telling us that Nigeria has porous borders. What does it mean? Or what does it mean if something is something that is porous, has many holes, only So as we speak today, the reason why the influx of terrorists is coming into Nigeria is because the Nigeria federal government, either the present or the previous or the previous or the previous or the previous, have not been able to close the border. America has a war, not W-A, W-A-L-L, Whiskey Alpha Lima Lima, to block anyone that wants to get into America because their borders is very, very important. 24 years since 1999, our borders have been left open. That literally means that some of you that are not saying anything, you are likely to be killed. Because we don't know who is coming in and who is going out. We don't know the kind of weapons. We don't know the kind of, ammunitions. We don't even know the kind of people that are coming in through that border, even though border between Yoruba land and Benin Republic seems to have multiple lot of immigration officers and whatever. They're bomb bastard. I have met some of them. Younger ones, especially, they could be very, very intimidating. And you know why they're intimidating? Or they're intimidating you rather, because they have the weapons in there. But they do not go to the other side where the border is porous to defend it. So what you see between those of you that travel to Benin Republic, depending on which side you're traveling through, when you see all these military officers, start thinking in your head that, is it the same thing happening in the northern part of Nigeria where the border is porous? Or is it just in Yoruba land or the side of the southeast where the borders are now being locked so that they will not allow, the Biafra to bring in whatever they need to defend themselves? But in the other side, Zulum is telling us that we have IDP. They are recruiting them, but we also have And if anything is, you are in danger. You are also going to be a species that will be used. You might not have to travel to the north, but these individuals are coming down to the south. Some of them are also those that are bringing the food. Oh, you don't know that? How do you vet who is bringing your food anyway? The same food stuff that these northern consensus are telling us today that they are not going to bring food to Nigeria, to the southwest. Maybe it is the best time we say, okay, keep that food. And if our state governors need the food, maybe we should send our own drivers to buy it in the north and drive it back. Because how do I vet the individual that is bringing the food to the southwest in the first place? There could be terrorists. But you are seeing them as full stock driver or whatever the other subordinate that come with them in those big trucks, bringing tomatoes, bringing pepper, bringing onions. Could these individuals be sleeper cells? How many people know the meaning of sleeper cells? Just continue to go and come back. Feel comfortable with them. Even ask them where they live. But we are told that there's a problem in the north, in Borno State, but there's also a problem in the south because these individuals say that we are not going to bring any food anymore because Igbowo is issuing ultimatum to our terrorist brothers and sisters that are bringing the food to the southwest. Because as far as I'm concerned, these are terrorists that are bringing the food. Maybe not all of them, but we don't know who is who because Nigeria does not have a strong database. So the argument is, if they would stop bringing the food, it is in the interest of us in the southwest. Because they are bringing in terrorists and they are bringing food. I have a video. If you're on my status on this studio line, there is a video that I cannot show you, but a young northerner is having sex with a cow. Oh my God. And the same cow the Yoruba people are eating. A familiar body. I cannot show you, but I have already been posting it almost every now and then on my status. If you're on my status right now on the studio line, you will see a young northerner making love to a cow. These are the people that are telling us now that they're not bringing any food again. Maybe it's the best option. And our governors should start thinking of, if we need the food, we will send our truck drivers. They can go up there, bring the food, and bring. We don't want them to even bring the food anymore. Let them keep the food there. If we want to buy the food, we can even send an aircraft to go and bring it because the roads are too dangerous. There are so many terrorists that might end up killing our people anyway. Until we are able to stabilize our own food store, maybe this is the time that the Yoruba governors should start talking. Because if you do not talk, some of you will be much affected. Your governors will not be affected because they are far away. And I can tell you, they are not. Obiano, I believe, is the former governor of Anambra State. He lives in America now. He's not even living in the state, in his own local government. He lives in America. That means that Obiano will not be able to be attacked by terrorists. And though many of them like that. I pity many Nigerians that cannot foresee these kind of discussion. I'm going to go straight first because I'm now on the red on my Twitter space. So I have a Biafra parliament. Go straight to the point. You only have 2 minutes to the presentation because I'm going to end the Twitter space. The phone is not charging itself while I'm using it. Go ahead straight. You have 2 minutes, sir.
I greet Yorubas. The Duduwas, I greet you so much. You are doing the great job fighting for your freedom. And I think each and every one of you, the lovers of freedom, I thank you for your great job you are doing. And as our leader said, he said that we have crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed the Rubicon. And the same way we are pushing the terrorists back, the Yoruba and the Duduwa brethren have taken the same bold step to push them back. if you can hear from our news last time, you found out that in Abia State, 40 woman bodies were found.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I read that news. Yeah. Go ahead.
80 were found and the 40 were beheaded. This is Funani Cattle Market in Abia State. To show
Okay, let's get that clarified. Is it, hold on, is it the Fulani that were killed? Because some people might just say, okay.
It's Fulani that killed Fulani Cattle Market. This head we have discovered. In their cattle market, they don't allow any Biafra that
hold on.
to go into.
Okay, so you are saying that the head that were found in that cattle market.
Yes.
Wow.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you. Wow.
The head was found on the market, where Fulani cattle market, where they don't even allow the owners of the people or owners of the land to come into.
Okay.
Imagine you come into somebody's land, you develop a market, and you don't even allow the owners of the land to go into the market. You keep people there, you commit a lot of atrocities. This is what they are doing in our land. So, and I think Oduduwa brothers, as they have stepped up the game to push these people back.
Okay.
They do not only come to save food or to bring anything. There is nothing good that comes from them. Only to conquer and kill and to commit different atrocities.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Sister Buki because I'm going to end the Twitter space because the phone is not charging. Thank you so much, Biafra Parliament. Sister Buki, you have another 2-3 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay too long. In fact, maybe it's a blessing that guy issued the statement, because with all the shenanigans going on inside the space called Nigeria, you know, it brings more enlightenment that we need to, you know, make more effort towards our campaign for our sovereignty. And it just goes to show that we are not one. The differences that we share as the differences, not that we share, the differences that we have as different ethnic groups living in that space. The difference is the gap is too wide. You know, they have one particular way of living and we have ours. We are not killers. They are. They are, you know, they have this colonialist mentality. We don't. We are quite satisfied with how we live. But we will not open ourselves up to threats. And also, it brings even more emphasis that the space called Nigeria isn't working. You know, and this is why we are pushing that everyone goes back to read that 1999 Constitution. Because the bits of it that is working, you can see that majority of the state governors and even the Emilokon, they're not following the rule of law that is inside that constitution. So we need everyone to go back, read it in each and everybody's language, so that we can use that as another tool to defend ourselves. Because that 1999 Constitution is bringing a lot of atrocities to a lot of us. So I just wanted to make that point. They're not defending lives. Basically, both Emilokon and his minions, called state governors, they are not defending lives and properties of the people within that space. So there is no equity at all. So we need to fasten our seatbelts and, you know, start engaging ourselves to read that 1990 Constitution and to use it as part of our campaign to gain our sovereignty. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much. And like I said, if anyone that is still listening on this Twitter space, we're going to end it now because I don't want it to end itself. I will not be able to save. You can go on we are live on the Twitter through the video, so you can be able to watch me, but the Twitter space would now have to come to an end. Appreciation to Kalama, appreciation to Biafra Parliament, Noson appreciation, Brigade appreciation, Korikosun, Eshegoni, Ogo Adu, Thank you so much, Sister Bookie. I can't love you less. I say this woman left a brand new car. We were using it to campaign around London. You can imagine not everybody will be able to do so. Mr. Peter, Mr. Ola Golden, Ihechi, Obiaro, I will have to end the Twitter space so that I can recharge the phone. Thank you so much. Like I said, I am still live on the Twitter itself through the software. I'm sure if you go on my timeline, you'll be able to see that. Thank you so much. Or you can join us on the other platforms where we're still streaming. I still have about another, this program is only going to be 3 hours. So I've only done 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I still have another 1 hour, 30 minutes. Thank you so much. Appreciation once again. So that is on that. And now let's come back and focus. I mean, the governors will say that they are doing their best. You know, we expect them to do their best, but we must continue to hold them accountable. I missed 2 calls. I'm going to take those calls back quickly. We are still discussing the Nigeria of today and the Nigeria, the future. So which one are you on? Do you want the future? Are you sure that there is still future in Nigeria? Thank you so much, Mr. Ayuba, for the coffee bot. And those of you that are giving us that the TikTok as well, gift. Thank you so much. All those that are commenting. Let me read the comment of Rokosu Shegun. And Rokosu Shegun, hold on, caller, hold on there, hold on, Sibe. Rokosu Shegun says, these our governor in the southwest are not interested in our welfare in Yoruba land, Koiki, until it becomes boss. Don't ask me the meaning. You can check in the comment section. Then they will understand. Chuk Chuk says, Obiano, during his time as a governor, had a meeting with Mayati Hala and Anambra people. He told them that if anyone kill Fulani cow, they will pay 500,000 naira, and if Fulani kill you, they will pay 500,000 as well. Wow. Go ahead, our caller. And thank you so much, Mr. Akinlade, and those of you on the TikTok. DG75, my brother. I say good afternoon, those of you that are still at work, and those that will be watching this later. Ekabo Surieto. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Agogi, Ekweto.
Awaniya.
Ekweto, ja. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn méjì aláṣọ yẹn kò jẹ́ tuntun fún wa. Àwọn Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ wípé ibi tí a fẹ́ gbé obì sí, obì ti lálẹ́ wúlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àwọn ò ní ká má kó oúnjẹ wọn pamọ́ o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan tó ń ba àwọn Fúlàní lẹ́rù. Nǹkan tó fi ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí tí àwọn èèyàn understand. Ṣé rí tí Fúlàní bá lóun òkú oúnjẹ wọlé Yorùbá wa mọ́? Ebi ò lè pa Yorùbá o.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago now, tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo àwọn oko wa yẹn lọ, àwọn Yorùbá tó ti ń dá oko wọ́n pọ̀ débi pé èèyàn tó wà ní ìgboro gan tó wà ní àwọn fowó dáko ìyẹn gangan ló pa àwọn Fúlàní lẹ́rù because oúnjẹ táwọn Yorùbá rà tẹ́lẹ̀ látọwọ́ wọn ó ti ń reduce látọ̀dọ̀ wọn because àwọn yẹn dáko èmi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ owó ni mo máa fi dáko tí mo máa send owó sílé láti fi dáko àwọn yẹn dáko títí débi pé wọn oko tí wọn gbọgbọn tó yẹ pé fáàmà tí wọn gbọgbọn yẹ pé àwọn èèyàn ló ní tí wọn kò tó wọn tó lọ fowó rẹ́ǹtì ilẹ̀ èmi gbọgbọn kó fowó rẹ́ǹtì ilẹ̀ láti dáko ni wọn máa fowó rẹ́ǹtì ilẹ̀ tó dà bí like bí maybe 1 acre bí 10,000 20,000.
It's the network. It's going to come back. Thank you so much, Mr. Olarinwaju Ogunde. Go ahead, caller. We can hear you.
Yeah. So, àwọn fowó rẹ́ǹtì tó kíní yẹn ló ń bá wọn lẹ́rù gbogbo pátákì náà Fúlàní fowó kọ́ ẹran lọ jẹ oko àwọn èèyàn yẹn. Wọn ò rí space láti máa fi ẹran jẹ kó wọn mọ́ torí gbogbo ibi tó fi máa ń kẹ́ran wọn gbà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ làwọn èèyàn ti dáko sí. So ti yẹ yín. So gbogbo kíní yẹn òun náà bí ń lo advantage yẹn láti máa fi ẹran dà àwọn èèyàn láàmú nínú oko wọn so that wọ́n wọ̀ wípé ọjà táwọn gbé wá fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ táwọn ò rí tàmọ́ dáadáa òun ló jẹ́ ká máa.
It's the network. Let's bear with them. It's the network. It's the network. That's Nigeria. Very, very poor network, even though it shouldn't be. We're giving a bit of time. If not, we just move forward. All right, we're going to let him go if he calls back. Well, if you love this kind of outfit, it is called, omoluabiapparel.com. You can find it there. You can order it. Those of you that are asking, the radio that is now being advertised, when is it going to be ready? The radio that has the Yoruba Nation Radio or Yoruba Nation Radio that also have where you can listen to us on this on the shortwave. You can download the apps. There's at least about 5 or 4 different different radios, but this one is going to be like a unit. I'm sure some of you have seen some of the advertisement, and likewise December 2nd, the Yoruba Day. So, but if you like what I'm putting on, it is on the Omoluabi apparel. You can check it out, omoluabiapparel.com, and that is spelled Omoluabi, MOMOLUABI, then apparel, APPAREL. It's been raining. Thank you so much, Mrs. Grace Olushoto. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo Olowo Descent. Let's speed up the breakup. Yoruba sovereign country must stand now during our lifetime. Yeah, we wanted to do our lifetime, but is our governors ready? Grandma Moji Adeson say, it is so sad that all these idiots in power are very unserious. Well, they are more concerned to protect themselves, like I saw the governors of PDPs, trying to find out what is going on between Wike and his other colleagues in Rivers State. Let's go back and listen to this individual one more time. And I'm going to now read some of the comments underneath as well. They are more worried about Igboho. They are not worried about the Fulani and ISWAP recruiting teenagers, young ones in Borno State. Northern consensus are not worried about that. They are more concerned about Igboho ultimatum. Thank you so much, those of you that continue to support what we are doing. Okay, I think there's a call coming through. Let's take that call quickly. And I have to take the speaker out because it seems like anyone cannot hear us through the speaker. Hello, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome to the program, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay, it's a live program.
All right, we'll talk later because you're not aware. I'm going to cut it out since you are not aware. So this is what I do every day. People call me for other things, especially as one of the Yoruba Nation campaigners. So if the person is not aware, there's no point pushing the conversation. And I wouldn't know because I've said people can call it. Let's listen to
Yoruba
it again.
that are residing in Yoruba.
I'm trying to start it from the beginning, and that is why, it seems...
to leave the region.
No, I wanted to start from the beginning. Now, let's listen to it again. It's 3 minutes, almost 6 seconds.
In any part of the country, just of recent, Sunday Igboho was released from prison, but he issued a fresh ultimatum for Fulani community that are residing in Yoruba land to leave the region within 10 days. This time around, we, the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria, will do everything possible to stop that move. And if he refuses to listen if he resists to listen, then we have no option rather than to ask Yorubas that are resident in the northern Nigeria to also go back to their region. On the issue of compensation, for our victims as a result of NSAS killing, Shasha Akinyele markets killings, IPOP and ESN killings, we have been pursuing it for some years now. Since previous administration, a lot of promises were made, but still the federal government refused to fulfill the promise. So we are requesting Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this issue of compensation to do something on it, as we are given 4 weeks ultimatum. If nothing is being done, then we are actually going a peaceful protest, peaceful demonstration, after which we will shut down the country on all food supplies moving from...
That is a very heavy statement. I mean, they have the right to protest. They have the right to shut down the food supply. Should they stop the food supply into other southwest region, how should we react when that time comes? Because they've given 4 weeks. What should we do? How should we react? Should we just ignore them and say they are just, nonentic? Or should we take it serious? Let's take the next caller. Hello, caller. You're live on the program.
Just join making a point. We need, because most of the time, don't mislead Ìgbòho sọ àwọn Fúlàní tó ń pààyàn ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń sọ àti ní Ìwéré Ilé wọn kúrò bó táwọn bá máa gbé wọn á gbé pé Ìgbòho ní gbogbo Fúlàní máa kúrò tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìyẹn according to the constitution you were saying, okay? Contrary. So there must be a rejoinder. People more out of context. What did they do? Is it only about them? Somebody ní àwọn fẹ́ fi oúnjẹ kúrò ìyẹn gan máa jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá dìde àwọn èèyàn wọn ń ṣọ̀lẹ̀ láìpẹ́ ò lè pa wọ́n because ilẹ̀ wa fọ́tà ìtẹ́ bá fi tomato sílẹ̀ lẹ́ni ó máa wù lọ́la. So it will make our people to wake up. So they should stop threatening us pé ẹgbẹ́ àwọn máa ò ní kó jẹ wá àwọn fẹ́ kó jẹ wá but there must be a rejoinder irọ́ náà pa mọ́ wa. Àwọn ló start kìíní ìwọ̀n dẹ̀ fẹ́ take responsibility. Then the fact pé wọ́n tún Tinubu pé ṣáṣá kan nígbà tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ṣáṣá if you remember gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ń bẹ̀ náà compensate o wọ́n compensate ọmọ Yorùbá kan I remember I was living calling people pé àwọn Yorùbá tó pa ń bẹ̀ àwọn Fúlàní ló lè jẹ̀bi kí ló tó fún wọn ní nǹkan kan àwọn Fúlàní yẹn náà fún ní nǹkan they are still using that word wàhálà Tinubu nìyẹn náà anyway they should not even come and put there on tí àwọn yẹn bá ti fẹ́ fún wọn compensation táwọn yẹn wà náà sọ fáwọn náà compensation kí ló dé pàápàá. So we need to, there must be a rejoinder. Either Afenifere dá wọn lóhùn or Afenifere ò dá wọn lóhùn. There must be a rejoinder to just stop them talking nonsense.
Okay.
And now then they continue láti máa wò wọ́n tó bá ti ń ṣe báyìí náà la máa continue láti máa wọ̀n wọn. Nǹkan mo kàn ní kí n dá sí ní ẹ̀jẹ̀.
Thank you so much. We are still live and I'm still expecting many of you to also, somebody have already said, our caller from US says, Afenifere we'll be waiting for what and how they react to this statement. It's a very heavy statement. They are threatening every one of us with food security. We are not going to bring any food because you all, Lord, are killing us. But like my mother, auntie said earlier on, that they are not saying exactly why Igboho says the 7 days ultimatum. They are more concerned about what. I think there's one person we're going to bring quickly on the Twitter, on the TikTok, and then we can move further quickly. Once again, a very good afternoon. We are now into almost the 2 hours into the program, and then at exactly 3 hours into the program, that means we are going to wind it down. I'm giving you back to back because we probably could not come up yesterday due to technical problem. Remember to still remember that we are one media, but there are so many other medias that are working around the clock. I want to take you back again to that video where the young man was talking. And I'm going to read some of the comments. Okay, let's quickly go straight because, okay, Mr. Dennis, because you have 2 minutes, and then I'm going to move on with the program. And mute the background, please. I can hear something else that's playing. Go ahead.
Yes, I could say Ọlọ́run bá máa fún yín lágbára ọ̀tún lójoojúmọ́ lọ́rọ̀ ní fi yín lẹ̀. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn sà tí orí èèyàn bá kú orí ẹ̀ láti máa pé orí ẹ̀ kú lóòótọ́. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ àwọn middle belt ó yẹ kí wọ́n jáde kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọn kì í ṣe ara nọ́tánà kì í ṣe 19 states. Wọ́n kàn ń jẹ wọ́n mọ́rẹ̀ ní àpò wàhálà tí wọ́n nìyẹn. Ìkejì ẹ mọ̀ yẹ ká àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re wọn ẹ ṣe ráàpì àwọn pípù tó jáde sọ̀rọ̀ yìí Afẹ́nifẹ́re ṣẹgbẹ́ kì í ṣẹgbẹ́
Northern Consensus. Okay.
So Afẹ́nifẹ́re ò ní wọn kì í ṣe ètò láti fún àwọn èrè yìí lésì. Àwọn tó kọ ìwé nígbà tí Ọbásanjọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn ọba ní Ìbàdàn àwọn ló yẹ kó respond sáwọn pípù yìí. Ṣé báwọn gúrùpù kan wà tó sọ pé Yorùbá kọ̀yà àwọn dà kì í ṣe everything Afẹ́nifẹ́re máa respond sí àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn Yorùbá Youth Forum ń kọ́ ibo náà wà àwọn náà kó dá ìsìn padà fún àwọn pípù yìí kì í ṣe Afẹ́nifẹ́re tó bá dójú ẹ̀ tán ló ṣe kan Afẹ́nifẹ́re àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn Yorùbá Youth ń kọ́ ibo náà wà ṣé politics nìkan la mọ̀ ṣé ìgbà politics nìkan la mọ̀ pé Yorùbá Youth wà ni. So kò tẹ́ ẹ̀ tọ́ sáfẹ́nifẹ́re láti respond sí wọn eléyìí tí wọ́n fi parí ọ̀rọ̀ mi sà tí wọ́n sọ pé wọn kó oúnjẹ wa mọ́ ẹjọ́ ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣe ń jọ yẹn ta ló ṣọ́ọ̀tì ṣèbí àwọn ló padà sunkún pé wọ́n ṣọ́ọ̀tì 10 billion wọ́n ṣẹ́ẹ̀tì oye kan ṣèbí àwọn ló padà sunkún ọ̀pọ̀ yìí oúnjẹ tí wọ́n gbé fún wa gan pọ́ìsì ni tí a bá sọjọ́ rí pé a lè import oúnjẹ láti Nàìjíríà wá sí Amẹ́ríkà lọ sí any Europe country because tó bá lọ test ẹ̀ ní tó mú jáde ò dáa that's why ó dàbẹ́ pé a lè import oúnjẹ láti Nàìjíríà so oúnjẹ wọn most of it poison ni so tó wá sọ pé wọn ò gbé oúnjẹ wa mọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rù pápátá àjìyà ẹ̀ lóṣù mẹ́ta àpadà sí ṣé àrí láńbọ̀dà ni ṣé àlórí omi ni ta ló fẹ́ sunkún láwọn àtàwọn after all oúnjẹ tó sọ pé wọ́n produce ṣe bówó nàìjíríà náà fi produce ẹ̀ so àwọn gómìnà ilẹ̀ yorùbá nìkan mọ̀ pé torí tí wọ́n mọ̀ kí wọ́n mọ̀ bẹ̀ wọ́n because last time wọ́n bẹ̀ sí ṣèpàdé wọ́n bẹ̀ sí ṣe rádaràdà wọ́n ṣèpàdé tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀ wọ́n jẹ́ kó máa lé yorùbá ní gbogbo àwọn gómìnà tá a ní pé kí wọ́n mọ̀ kó oúnjẹ wa ṣé ilẹ̀ yorùbá nìkan ni àwọn ìbò ńkọ́ tí àwọn ilẹ̀ yorùbá bá bẹnu tánà pé kó ń jọ kó máa kó oúnjẹ bọ̀ ilẹ̀ yorùbá wọn máa lè ní wọn ò kí sọmọ ọkọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ̀ yìí ṣé ṣe mákindé ọ̀tẹ́ tó lè ra tractor 50 100 1000 kókó fún wọn àgbẹ̀ ṣé Ondo ní agbára láti ra tractor 1000 kókó fún wọn àgbẹ̀ láti 2 years ago Lagos state gan tó hàn tiẹ̀ nílẹ̀ ṣé kò ẹ̀kọ́ support other state nípa agriculture instead tá a fi support local other state nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ support Kebbi pé kọ́ mọ gbẹrẹ́ sí Kebbi ṣé orí ẹ̀ gbálẹ̀ ni ṣé ànílẹ̀ tó ń lẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ẹjọ́ àwa gangan ni ká dìde ọ̀rọ̀ gómìnà wọ̀nyí ó ìgbà tá a bá fi wọ́n ṣe scapegoat ká tó rọ̀nà lọ either governor either ọba anybody ká fi wọ́n ṣe scapegoat ìgbà ìlànà tó rọ̀nà lọ àwọn kan ló ń gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fún wa ẹwọ́ ọba ìwúrẹ́ ló bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìjẹta ṣé ọba nìyẹn ọba ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìjọ náà mọ́ gba ẹ̀yàn tì àwọn ọba wáṣẹ̀ kí wọ́n dìde sọ̀rọ̀ pátí náà lọ káàkiri ó ìgbà tí wọ́n bá nà kúrò pátí ẹjọ́ sọ ẹ̀mọ́ gbé ètò lọ orí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gbálẹ̀.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Mr. Clement. And, Mr. Clement is one of our very important, personnel on this platform. And when I see him, I haven't seen him for some time, work-wise, people are busy, people are studying, but people are still also, involved in this self-determination campaign. And I appreciate Mr. Clement. And he also went further to say, this country, they rather want compensation instead of the justice. Zoo is zoo, and the zoo is gone. Mr. Bamidele Aliu, welcome to the program. Once they start it, we should block all the road that link from the north to Lagos. They will pay for it soon. Yeah, people. If they are stopping food, I'm going to take our mind maybe to another area. Should there be a situation where if they stop bringing food, maybe we should also stop any importation on Apapa from the northern part of Nigeria? I'm just asking. I don't know. How do we pay them back? If they are going to stop the food, maybe this is going to be a big problem. I don't know. But some of the comments coming from this particular video that have generated a lot of conversation. But before I go into that, I want to take us back to January this year. A lot of us forget about so many things happening in Nigeria. But our job as media is to remind you. As of January this year, President Buhari was in power with Yemi Osinbajo. They are now former. And what we can tell you is that about 508 citizens of Nigeria died through violent accident and others in 19 days. In 19 days, some of those died because of the Boko Haram. I'm going to come to you, my brother in France. Let's go straight to AY. And AY, stop asking me question to question. Just go straight to the point. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Afẹ́nifẹ́re ò nídìí láti bá wọn respond ẹjọ́ ẹjọ́ máa gbé ọdún Afẹ́nifẹ́re kò ṣe gbogbo wọn rà kò ṣe gbàgbà tiwọn.
Okay.
Fàáṣì máa fún wọn ní àpọ́nlé wọn. No, wọn ò lè dọ̀tí wọn, wọn ò ń ṣe level wọn. Bí bàbá yẹn ṣe sọ, kò ń ṣègbà politics la máa rí oríṣiríṣi ẹgbẹ́ níta. Oyè yín, even àwa Yorùbá nation gan, òun ṣàwà gan ló yẹ ká máa dá wọn lóhùn wọn kéré. Oyè yín, nǹkan títẹ̀ fẹ́ wá béèrè ni pé ṣé ànílẹ̀ ni táwọn Haúsá ìjẹ̀ ṣe ń tẹ́tì wa náà? Question kì í fẹ́ gbà wá Yorùbá nìyẹn, ṣé ànílẹ̀? Kẹ bá wo Ọ̀yọ́ according to oníbodè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Rájí Àbáàsì, kẹ bá wo ilẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nìkan Ọ̀yọ́ ó fẹ́ lè gbé gbogbo ààfo gbogbo ìlú tí wọ́n ń pè ní ilẹ̀ Ìgbò ó fẹ́ lè gbé mi Ọ̀yọ́ nìkan nìyẹn o. Ẹ wá wo ilẹ̀ tàti ẹ̀ ti lò ń bẹ̀ kó jẹ́ pé ọmọ èèyàn ń gbé nínú Ọ̀yọ́ gangan náà mélòó láti lò. Ilẹ̀ wa ṣé wọ́n wá sọ pé ilẹ̀ wa ò ń gbé nǹkan ni. wọ́n fẹ́ àwọn fẹ́ tú àṣírí ayé ara wọn ni. Fúlàní tó tiẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan ilẹ̀ wo gan-an ní nọ́ọ̀tì. Ṣé kí Fúlàní bá dálẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n rò wípé àṣírí ìyẹn ò ní jí àwọn Haúsá nílẹ̀ Haúsá kan bá dán wò nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ ṣe yẹ. Kí wọ́n dán wò ló bí yọ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́. Ìgbà yẹn náà máa mọ̀ pé Yorùbá gbọ́n nínú ọgbọ́n níta. Àbẹ̀rù gbogbo eléyìí òun ṣèkọ̀ kó lè dẹ́rù bà wá. Òun ṣèkọ̀ àtọ̀ ẹjọ́ ó kéré kí wọ́n dán wò. Kò sí according to ẹ̀gbọ́n kó sọ̀rọ̀ tán yẹn ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni gọ́fúnà kó bá lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n. Ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ẹni ọba tó bá lọ dá sí kó bá lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n. Àwọn ọba ẹni sùúrù àwa lọmọ yín afúnyín à ń gbẹnu yín sọ̀rọ̀ a máa ṣiṣẹ́ láti a lè ṣiṣẹ́. Ìlú òyìnbó ni gbogbo wa wà yá àyọlẹ òyìnbó mọ̀ pé àyọlẹ therefore ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàdúrà padà kẹrí nǹkan táwọn ọmọ máa ṣe fún yín ẹ̀yin dájú ẹ̀yin ọba wa ẹ má bẹ̀rù òótọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa àwọn ọmọ náà ṣẹ̀yìn bọ̀ ẹja kọ́kọ́ gbalẹ̀ wa tán ká tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dáríjì ara wa nulẹ̀ dádì ẹ̀yin ọba ẹ má bẹ̀rù ẹjọ́ dán wò àṣírí wọn máa tú ni ó tán nǹkan tẹ́mi lè sọ nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi AY. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá. I say good afternoon once again and thank you so much for those of you. Let's take one more call and then we're going to move further. Oyo State has area of 28,454 kilometers. I'm sure half of that is still forest, deep forest, that can be used for so many things. Hello, caller, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, thank you. Very big. Yeah, you continue in terrorist, but I call him a terrorist. Every time we are getting our Yoruba, you open red herring. Red herring is came as for information that dominate in public is called red herring. So information don't tell you. It's because our is the sorrow, our is the power. So you went to the press yesterday to start correcting power. That's what we should have done. So by my shame, Kabari did the sorrow. To my man attack you, and I say the press. Every very last call like this, I'm not mistaken. Because the man did not talk about the Kota worship. He continued bullshit, and God did not threaten anybody. He didn't threaten anybody because he even appealed to the state governors to do something about the security or what is happening. So we don't need to attend the very to our level. Our UISMC about other global groups should be our level and our youth this is the way to do that. They stop threatening us. We have enough resources in our land to take care of ourselves. Some people did not do anything. Or try to work false carefully to please themselves.
Okay.
And we should not stand up to these people head to head, toe to toe. Enough of all these threats all around. I want to lose. And that's what we want. Let them come and get continue. Our people are ready to come home. They are ready to come and invest in our land. Because people if we end this home, they will not buy anything. But the idiot was not to use that word. He's not trying to the killings that have gone in Yoruba land, thousands of our people being killed by his people. Who also to try to pay our land power. Our land getting our land shaking our land super peace. Check on your own work. I want peaceful. Go to our peace. Check out your plan. You want peaceful. Come on, you want so enough of this. Enough. This is time for us to stand up now. We don't need a very I don't every law. I want to can respond to them. They're not to be pushed over any longer.
Thank you so much. We love as many of you that are contributor to this program, and we take every word very serious because you are one of the Yoruba people, the Igbo people, even the Hausa have the right to call in, either agree or disagree with us. Hello, caller.
Hello, good day, Mr. Koiki.
You're live. Go ahead. Can you mute the background? Mute the other one in the house. You're watching and you're on the phone. You gotta mute one. Mute the one that you're listening to in the house.
Okay, I understand that. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
So my contribution is the reason why they are making this claim, right, is simply because they want to provoke Yorubas.
Okay, that's a very, very powerful word. They want to provoke the Yoruba people, so we have to be very, very intelligent. Okay.
Exactly.
Provoke.
So that history books, they will narrate it in history that the war happened because something like this.
Okay.
But I want to be mentally ready, right? Because all over the world it's not safe, and if we value Nigeria, we have to show the world that we are ready to defend. We value Nigeria so much. So thank you for your hard work. And
thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you. And we appreciate all our, Nigerians, brothers and sisters that still believe in one Nigeria. I mean, look, we cannot force you to believe in what we believe, but we want everyone to be respected. Either way, the self-determination, or even those of you that are Nigerians. We might curse each other, we might split into each other, but we must also understand the right to self-determination. We have our grandmother, one of our regulars that's been with us for 3 years, very loyal, very supportive. Every rally, I say, she will be on the ground with me in Trafalgar Square. And I'll call her Mrs. Comfort Ologunja. Everyone's okay, a beautiful mother.
Contribution tèmi ni pé àwọn mìyétì alàyè ẹ jẹ́ kó tẹ̀tẹ̀ wọn lọ́rùn káwọn Yorùbá máa wò wọ́n kán ṣe ìfẹ́ inú wọn. Let them, do whatever they want. They shouldn't bring the food to Yoruba land anymore. Ṣé àwọn Fúlàní ló ń gbin are they farmers? They are not. Àwọn Fúlàní they are not farmers. They are cattle rearers. Àwọn ló ń da ẹran káàkiri tó ń jẹ oko wa. Àwọn Haúsá ló ń gbin tòmátò àti ata àti groundnut. Middle belt àwọn ni ó ń ṣe they are the farmers in Nigeria.
Okay.
Àwọn ló ń gbin ọ̀gbìn. That's why they are killing them. Kí scarcity of food ó lè wà Nigeria. Òun náà ṣe ń pa wọ́n ní Benue State and Plateau State terribly and Nasarawa. So tó àbá gbé oúnjẹ wá mọ́. Let's give it a trial. Let them try it. And let's see the outcome.
Could this be a challenge now for the Yoruba people? Would this be a challenge? Because now that we are not going to bring any food. Should we be preparing our minds psychologically? We must not allow them to provoke us?
I will say yes.
Okay.
That's why we have to ignore them as if they are nothing.
Okay.
Yoruba, let's look for what we can do to sustain ourselves. Yoruba depend on them for food. Because one invade farmers that is the major problem. One day when they are invading our land, then we will depend on the northern for food. Gbogbo àwọn ibi tó ti ń pa àwọn èèyàn ní Ọ̀yọ́ state they are purely farmers tí wọ́n ń dá oko gidi. Okay, àwọn threatening wa kí ni wọ́n kó wá sísàlẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àwọn ń kó ẹ̀gẹ́ lọ sísàlẹ̀ ṣé ayé Haúsá ń gbin ẹ̀gẹ́. Ẹ bá rí mọ́tò tó fi ń lòdù ẹ̀gẹ́ lọ sí north from Ondo state from Ọ̀yọ́ state you be scared in trailers. So kí àwa náà má gbé yẹn lọ fún wọn mọ́. We will have enough food to eat. Ṣé dandan ni ká jẹ ata Hausa ni àbí ká jẹ tomato? You can cook food without putting tomato on it. Kì í ṣe it's not compulsory. It's just for pleasure. So kí àwọn èèyàn wa máa wọrí pẹ̀lú wọn o. Let's ignore them o as if they are just backing. Wọ́n báàkì ni. Kí àwọn kúrò ní orílẹ̀ wa bóyá farming wa bóyá kò ní kú stop. Let them get out of our forest. They should get out. A ní ilẹ̀ ní Ondo state gbogbo ásìsì ọ̀sẹ̀ local government ni àwọn Fúlàní ìjókòó sínú pọ̀ wa. Tó jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn lọ sóko. And it happened all over Yoruba land like that. Tí àwọn èèyàn wa they are scared to get out. Torí wọ́n pa wọ́n kidnap wọn, àwọn wọ́n threaten us for what? Wọ́n ló pààyàn wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ màálù. Check. Yoruba, this is the time to stand up. Ìlú yẹn máa pín and we are getting there. It's going to divide soon. Very, very soon. Ó máa débẹ̀.
Eshegoni Yawa, thank you so much. We love all our contributor and we are so grateful that your input, all this we are doing is also like a record. Because I love the color that says we must not allow them to provoke us because why now? And I think this is the time that Dawn Commission must start talking because they are working with the governors at the moment. Look, the Yoruba land is still has to continue to be operated. Maybe it is time that we increase the capacity of our food production on our territory. Let's go again to Omo Orunmila. Good afternoon or good morning on the other side of the globe there. You're welcome, sir.
But good afternoon. Thank you very much for all you do, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
For just a little follow-up, she's very, very right. Sherry, the bedrock of Ile Yoruba, in comedy, to me, Omi, àti Ile Olora. Sherry, Ile Yoruba, tẹ́ bá mú ẹ̀wà, kẹ́ jù sílẹ̀, kẹ́ tutọ́ lé ẹ̀wà pa yẹn lórí. Kẹ́ kó ńbẹ̀, kẹ́ padà lọ síbẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ kẹta àbọ́jọ́ kẹrin. Tí ẹ̀wà yẹn ò bá gbórí jáde, then bóyá ẹ̀wà yẹn, bóyá kòkòrò ti jẹ ẹ̀wà yẹn wọnú tí ò jẹ́ kẹ́wà yẹn lè fi ṣe nǹkan kan mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́wà yẹn tí kòkòrò bá jẹ ẹ̀wà yẹn máa gbórí jáde láàrin ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ṣáájú. Ìtọ́ lẹ́tú sí o, ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́mí sí o, ìtọ́ lẹ́tú lé o. Ẹ̀wà yẹn á gbórí jáde ni. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwa la ní iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, òun níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa. Ẹni tí ò bá ṣiṣẹ́ ló máa jalè. Orin ta máa ń kọ ńgbà tá a wà kékeré nìyẹn. So táwọn bàbá wa, àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tó bá ti ṣe orin yẹn kalẹ̀ pé iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa. Nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ àgbẹ̀, gbogbo nǹkan tí àgbẹ̀ bá máa jẹ làgbẹ̀ máa gbìn. Tòmátò á wù ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá, ápù máa wù ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá, ìrẹsì máa wù ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Gbogbo nǹkan pátá tó jẹ́ nǹkan ilẹ̀ ó máa jáde nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So táwọn Miyetti Allah tó bá sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ ti bọ́dà àbí àwọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn ò fẹ́ gbé ẹni tòmátò kankan wá, kó tiẹ̀ máa gbé tòmátò wọn wá torí nǹkan tó bá wù nílẹ̀ Yorùbá òun gangan ló ń pè ní organic. Torí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ilẹ̀ gidi tó ní ilẹ̀ tó fi ń dáko gangan ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwa gangan ló ń pè ní organic ilẹ̀ wa ló ń pè ní organic gangan. So kọ́ máa gbé wa mọ́. So nísìn ó máa tẹ́kì mi padà lọ sí dimension tí máa ń sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá mi ìdẹ̀fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan bínú, káwọn àbí amọ́ má bínú sí mi nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí o. Ṣùgbọ́n ní tèmi o àwa ọmọ Yorùbá à ń láti ṣe house cleaning first.
Okay.
À ń láti ṣe house cleaning first. Torí house cleaning tí mò ń sọ yìí, àwọn ẹni tí ò yẹ kó wà láàrin, àwọn ìwà tí ò yẹ kó wà láàrin ìwà ọmọ Yorùbá ó ti jẹ sínú egungun wa jìnnà. Nǹkan tó fà táwọn àdòjì tó lè fi máa lanu gbàgà kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn ẹni tí ò lọ́pọlọ kankan lórí. Nǹkan tó fà tó fi ń rí wa fín nìyẹn. Tó bá yẹ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá á gbéra wa, ọ̀rọ̀ wa ṣọ̀kan, ọ̀rọ̀ wa ṣọ̀kan, ọ̀rọ̀ mi sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ wa ò ṣọ̀kan, ọ̀rọ̀ wa ṣọ̀kan, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn tó yìí misbehave ọyìn pọ̀ láàrin wa. Ṣùgbọ́n tá bá continue bó ṣe yẹ kọ́mọ Yorùbá ṣe continue, kò sẹ́nibọ́dì tó lè disrespect wa. I need anybody nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bọ́dá Koiki. Tílẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró lẹ́ni, I need the international fund.
Wow.
We don't need it.
So we can build our economy from the scratch.
Bọ́dá Koiki, all we need is 1 year. 1 year kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kí everybody sọ pé okay o, ìdílé kọ̀ọ̀kan o, a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìdílé kọ̀ọ̀kan fún wa ní ọkùnrin mẹ́rin ní ìdílé kọ̀ọ̀kan. Kí gbogbo wa kí gbogbo wa ṣe ká padà lọ sórí ilẹ̀. Kí gbogbo wa padà lọ sórí ilẹ̀ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáko. Ká dáko láti Èkó wọ Èkìtì. Oko káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Kí gbogbo kiri yẹn kó wá di level tó yẹ pé wọ́n gbó a process ẹ̀ ta process ẹ̀ tán ṣé kòkó la fẹ́ process ni a mú kòkó a dà sínú ṣaka a send export ẹ̀ abroad gàrí a dà sínú ṣaka a export ẹ̀ ìrẹsì a harvest ẹ̀ a process ẹ̀ a send ẹ̀ epo a send ẹ̀ everything a send ẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí agriculture nìkan ni mo ń sọ àti ìsọ̀npa mineral resources ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ìsọ̀rọ̀ kí n tiẹ̀ dárúkọ mineral resources o ṣẹ́rí mi tiẹ̀ tí wàá dárúkọ crude oil ilẹ̀ Yorùbá epo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mi dárúkọ ẹ̀ agriculture nìkan ni mo dárúkọ how many years ni bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ lo agriculture fi kọ́ ogun kan tó kọ́ agriculture nìkan ló lò wọ́n fi kọ́ ogun kan tó kọ́ àti ẹ̀ tí dárúkọ gbogbo yẹn o sọ́dọ̀ bùrà Kóìkì taba ní ilẹ̀ taba ní Yorùbá taba gba Yorùbá nation lady in the next 15 years Dubai máa dàbí child's play níwájú ọmọ Yorùbá Dubai máa dàbí ilẹ̀ níwájú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí fast pace tí everybody máa ṣe nǹkan ẹ wo àwọn professionals ta ní all around the world ṣé acting la fẹ́ sọ ni ṣé sport la fẹ́ sọ ṣé entertainment la fẹ́ sọ kí ló fẹ́ sọ tán nínú ìka ọmọ Yorùbá sí ṣe ó ní movie kan báyìí tó wà lórí Netflix wọ́n pe movie yẹn ní The Witcher is a show wọ́n pe show yẹn ní The Witcher executive show yẹn was the #1 show on Netflix in the United States for at least almost 6 to 7 weeks. 6 to 7 weeks. Ìgbà tí mo wo executive director show yẹn executive director ni mo tiẹ̀ sọ pé director the executive ọ̀gá àwọn director gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n ọmọ Yorùbá ni can you imagine? Kí ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́ executive director of a #1 talk show for 7 weeks in the United States. So kí anybody fẹ́ bá mi sọ? Show tó win ní Grammy Award, Emmys Award, Global Award. Kí anybody fẹ́ bá mi sọ? Ọmọ Yorùbá dẹ̀ ló ṣe. So I need anybody Bùrà Kóìkì. Kí gbogbo wọn kò lórí ilẹ̀ wa, ó pè mí. Àbẹ́ anybody, a máa fund ra wa, a máa jẹun, everybody máa yó. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa progress Ọ̀rúnmìlà Ọbàtálá gbogbo àwọn ẹni tó dilẹ̀ Yorùbá mú pátákó ní kò lẹ́yìn wa ẹ ṣe gan Bùrà Kóìkì.
Wow, it is just coming up to 1500 hours. It is still very hot. Yoruba people are speaking out. Let's play this to just buttress some of what. 1 minute. Okay, no. Where's my YouTube again? Moki Buguwalen Konsi. And I welcome us into the live transmission. You can see I've been very, very calm because I want to deliver the message. And I want to take home. I want you to take it home. Let me quickly appreciate those of you that have joined us. I've seen few faces that have joined from Woolwich. My brother. Thank you so much. Mokibu Bwentewani, Luton, Milton Keynes, Wales. Kayode Mola, Scotland, Newcastle. Mr. Bamidele says, without Yoruba in this world, they can't live. Corona King says, I don't want talk. What I need is contract to guarantee delivery. Northern Emirs owns and runs Nigeria. Bukia Omodupe Bello, Yoruba yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ bá wa sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n gbé oúnjẹ wọn wá. Ẹ bá wa sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n má gbé oúnjẹ wọn wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́. Ebi kò ní pa wá nítorí pé nǹkan adìyẹ tí à ń jẹ kí àgbàdo tó dé. Nǹkan ládìyẹ ń jẹ kágbàdo tó dé. Yorùbá mi ti ń da. Sonky sọ pé they brought their cows. I have a video. I can show you. Oye, ó bá gidi ni mo sọ. If you go on my status on this studio line, if I register your number, you'll be able to watch it. It's still there. They are sleeping with the cow. These are the criminals. Mo kí bàbá wa Omitola Kẹ́hìndé. Mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín tí a wà ní Kóìkì Odùduwà. Mo ti rí àwọn bàbá mi kankan náà níbẹ̀. Mr. Peter Josh ṣe iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀. Ó dà pé ẹ ti wẹjú àbí. Ẹ ti mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ play. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókẹ́. Àwọn èèyàn wà Nàìjíríà tó ń fún wa ní náírà. You can give us 1,000 naira. Imagine if I have many of you doing that. It will help the platform. $1, £1. We are grateful to every one of you, but I must continue to emphasize that we still need more. Especially if we still want to be competitive with the ones in Nigeria. And remember, we've lost huge revenue that was also coming through the monetization of the YouTube. For the last 8 months now, well, since April, we have not received any payment from YouTube. So I appreciate even our Biafra that are supporting us. And that is not the reason why I talk about them all the time. Mr. Triple DRS, thank you so much. They should go ahead and stop bringing this food to Yoruba land. We will be able to survive. Kola Tonkpe Suru. I quickly want to drop this in. I still have less than an hour, and I'm not going to be like yesterday. No, I was not on yesterday. We had technical glitch on the studio with Star Radio UK. That is why we've not been on air. They are working on that. We should be on air hopefully as quickly as possible. I just decided yesterday maybe I should take a day off. Tẹ́yìn náà bá ṣàn ṣiṣẹ́ máa ń gba day off. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà tẹ̀sẹ̀ ń jí bàbá àròpọ̀ rí mo kí gbogbo yín ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Canada. As many of you that are praying for us, do not stop praying. Ìyá wa Jọlá Oṣó Christina mo kí yín. Ẹni Yorùbá okay ilé mo lè lọ sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo ní láti lọ mú power pack ilé wa ó ti sọ fún mi pé mo kí grandma Felicia mo kí yín ẹ jẹ́ n lọ sórí àwọn tó wà ní bàbá mi Dennis Dayo Omitogun ni well done Mr. Koiki. I think I saw another name earlier, Mr. Michael Ade, Mr. Kinlade, Dash Mayor TV. If I didn't mention your name, maybe you didn't put a comment there, or probably maybe I just mixed it. Emma Binu. Mr. Shito Momi. I didn't greet a lot of you at the earlier program. This is my third program in the day. I've done it 3 hours. I've done 12 minutes, if not less, in the morning. We've done another 3 hours after that. We're going into the second 2 hours. So we have run 5 hours program. If I've gone to work, I'll probably be paid £50. Who's going to pay me £50? If I've gone to do a job now, 3 hours, maybe by 2 hours, maybe that's £50, £10 an hour minimum. But we are grateful that we have you all that are with us. I can't see my mom. I was with her yesterday. I paid her a courtesy visit yesterday, and as usual, when I go there, she knows what I like and what I don't like. And I also know what she wants and what I don't know, I spent quality time with my mom yesterday. We spoke, at length, different things we talked about. And as usual, she would prepare that nice, meal. That mother taste meal. But when I still come back home, I eat the wife one, which is like balancing, especially, this country, you have to balance everything. Mr. Samuel, I think I talked about your comment earlier. Mr. Biodun, Iyawa Ewa Anu Eshegoni, thanks so much for supporting us. Olatunde Amosun, Abiodun Monday, Bombolodoyi, Babami Otumba Boye, and let's him fall apart. So that all we go separately for the Yoruba nation to stay, we are not the same. Green Capital, Clement 2315, Mr. Kenny. Thank you so much, every one of you. Otumba Boye went further to say, where is it again? Muki Babami Otumba Boye. Let them do whatever they want to do. Yorubas are fed up with this nonsense northerners. Yoruba has no reason to be fearful or fear, regardless of Fulani Hausa food trade. Nonsense. Nonsense. Enough of Fulani Hausa provocative statement. Moki Kento, Moki Alaja Lobade. Babami Oludare JP says, Kola is very right. Moki Bobo in GR1. Dean Black said, Yoruba politicians that want to win elections in Nigeria will always sabotage effort of the Yoruba to be self-reliant. That is a very great point. We have been talking for almost 5 hours, and it seems that we are not putting finger on those politicians. They are the one holding us back. Mr. Bamidila Irini, 3 bosa for me, Koiki, for your great work. Thank you so much. Moki Momiwa Mudupe, Moki Ante Woolwich, ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ìyàwó mi rà mo máa ń bí àbúrò àlọ́pọ̀ ni ó pọ̀ tó kó wálé lánàá iná ìdè mo ti fi jẹ ilé earlier program thank you so much I can't read that Mr. Alakunle lórí TikTok ni if it is not our so-called Yoruba politician has turned us to who we are ìyẹn kan ní bring me up Mr. Koiki yeah I'll bring you up Mr. Diamond okay wọ́n ní bring me up but kato sọ̀rọ̀ let me quickly play this video. I try not to be playing video in my program. Meaning you can do a program without using anybody's video, but I just sometimes cannot do without it. Moki Grandma Felicia Jagbe, Mwaki Yawa, a lot of you are concerned, especially in the long money. Mò ń bọ̀ bàbá mi, ẹ fún mi ní few minutes, kákọ̀ fi jọ gbọ́rin, mò ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín sà.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọdé, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ èdè Yorùbá Rẹwà. Ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, a ti ṣe tán.
Tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, olùkọ́ àgbà náà ti ṣe tán láti kọ́ wa ní orin iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ pàtàkì tí àwọn baba ńlá wa máa ń ṣe. Wọ́n á máa gbin nǹkan nínú oko.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pè yẹn ẹ ṣe sùúrù, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́rin yẹn tán délẹ̀. Ẹni tó ń pè láti Morocco, ìmọ̀ override yín, ẹ fún mi ní few minutes, kákọ̀ fi sáré gbọ́rin yẹn díẹ̀ sí. Àwa lọ sórí TikTok ká tó gbé kọ́lé.
Nǹkan nínú oko, wọ́n á sì máa sin ohun ọ̀sìn nílé. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ó ń jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ kó pọ̀ lọ́pọ̀ yanturu. Ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, a ti ṣe tán.
Orin iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ náà lọ báyìí wípé iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀.
Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀.
Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀.
Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀.
Níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa.
Níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa.
Níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa.
Níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa.
Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́.
Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́.
Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́.
Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́.
A máa jalè.
A máa jalè.
A máa jalè.
I mean, how beautiful is that? Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, Diamond Ẹ̀gbọ́nsókè, how beautiful is that to even be training people around the world of Yoruba language is $1 billion investment. Ẹ̀gbọ́nsókè ní kí a ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Ṣé rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ látòrí ẹni tó jẹ́ president Nàìjíríà?
No, àwọn ọmọdé àkọ́nìyàn, èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn, àwọn ọmọdé àkọ́nìyàn.
To understand. I need láti mọ̀ like stand wa. That is a big problem without knowing our stand. This one for Tinubu. Tinubu, you are the president of Nigeria. I know there is situation tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wà. It's okay.
Okay, ṣé ẹ wà bias because I mean I'm just trying to play devil advocate. Ẹ bá ní ibi tílẹ̀ Yorùbá wà, I'm sure àwọn Hausa náà sọ pé ibi tílẹ̀ Hausa wà, Igbo náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Middle Belt sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. I mean I know you are Yoruba, okay, you are just saying that because yeah. Okay.
Situation in Nigeria for now.
Yeah.
Like it's not normal.
And Tinubu wants to make it normal.
And everyone that can see tomorrow, like we are not seeing anything tomorrow.
Okay.
We go nowhere. Nigeria is not going to give us anything unless to destroy us. And Tinubu should know this. You are not big. Olórí ìjọba ìjọ ni. You are not big. Like, I mean, the president, I can do and undo. Anything tí Tinubu wá ṣe ń sìn, ó lágbára kó máa ṣe lọ, but ó kọ lẹ́tà lẹ́ni. Maybe ó wà láyé o, maybe kò sí láyé o, ó máa gba payback ẹ̀. Ó ti ń kọ́ tán tiẹ̀ nìyẹn, ó ti ń kọ́ tipẹ́ náà. But ilé ni ibi tó yẹ kó ti wá pa ìtàn burúkú tó ti kọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ibi ìlú ẹ̀ kó ti parẹ́.
Lọ́kàn ara yín, kí lẹ̀yin rò kó máa ṣe, ṣó máa parẹ́? I mean, I'm not talking about everyone now. Lọ́kàn tí yín.
Kò lè parẹ́.
Kí ló dé yín sọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Ṣé rí kò sí dáadáa kan tó lè wá.
Good afternoon, Mr. Abdul AMG Auto. Tó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Kò sí dáadáa kan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú òkùnkùn. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń control Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni ẹni òkùnkùn ni wọ́n. I want everyone should know this. Maybe àtàwọn Fúlàní àtàwọn Hausa àti Igbo àti Yorùbá all those politicians, they don't have religion. Èṣù ló ń sìn. Èṣù gan bẹ̀rù wọn. And if anyone is thinking they are going to do any better, they are not doing anything. And they don't even have feelings for any one of you.
So what will be the real agenda of Nigeria then? Because what you're saying now is like, is going into a deep spiritual realm. So what is the real agenda of that entity called Nigeria? What is the agenda? I mean, some of us just the inside. We just we sleep with each other, you know, have begin, do party, you know, fight each other as they see people they fight here, fight there. But the real picture and the agenda of Nigeria, in your own way, what do you see?
Nǹkan tí màá sọ ni pé ṣe rí gbogbo wọn yẹn. Astagfirullah. Wọn ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ deliver. They are not going to deliver a good thing unless they deliver bad thing to us. And anyone tó bá ní òpù nínú wọn, mi mọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi qualify as a person. Because these people, imagine the situation tí Nigeria wà for now, kí wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ 6.9 billion nítorí ẹnìkan.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to be playing the devil advocate here. But the government needs the money to be able to run the, you know, the function and whatever of the country. I mean, we don't have the money, so you know, Tinubu needs to get a loan. Okay, you're talking about okay, sorry. I thought it's the loan that you're talking about now. I'm not sure that you.
First lady, first lady need the motto.
Ṣé kò ní di mọ́tò ni? Ṣé ká má ra mọ́tò fún un? Wọ́n náà ní di yacht 5 billion. At least Ṣèyí Tinubu láti gbádùn. Ẹ fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin Yorùbá yẹ ẹ̀dá o, ẹ fẹ́ kí Ṣèyí Tinubu gbádùn. Àwọn náà ti náà gbádùn díẹ̀.
Ẹni sùúrù tó bá pé Ọlọ́run já sí bí ẹni tá máa rí ká sọ pé bóyá bí irú Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Tọ́lọ́run gan bá fẹ́ ra mọ́tò for now, ṣọ́lọ́run lè ra mọ́tò 6.9 billion.
But these are big people. Àwọn eléyìí, they not be ordinary person now. Ṣé fẹ́ kọ́ lọ máa lo mọ́tò bí màá ti ń lò tó second hand gbọ́ láti UK.
Okay.
Tọ́ bá dẹ̀ ń lọ, wá dẹ̀ máa kó mọ́tò yẹn lọ.
Rolls Royce tó wọ́n jù sí èlò ni.
Èmi ò mọ ní mo Rolls Royce mo dẹ̀ mọ market price ẹ̀.
So kí ló wá fẹ́ fi adúrú owó yẹn ṣe? The same person tó ṣe senator for 16 years. Mo kàn ń sọ ilé ìfáwọn tí wọ́n wà adapt.
But I mean, let's. I'm just trying. I'm playing devil advocate now, and I'm sure you understand that. I mean, are those reasons why we should say we want Yoruba nation? I mean, Tinubu's why buy car, they'll take loan. You know, should that be the reason why we say we should want dismantle or dissolution of Nigeria? You know, does that warrant that?
It's part of the reason.
Okay, so you expect that those money should be pumped into Nigeria based on the current situation of Nigeria, rather than using the money for what they are using it for. Okay, that is understandable, because what that means is cut of governance. We expect this government. We might not agree with them, we might not like them, but they should cut the cost of governance. Bí wàá tẹ́ pé wọ́n tẹ̀síwá lójú báyìí nísìnyí báyìí.
Ṣẹ́rí, èmi kàn sọ nítorí àwọn tí wọn lóye ń pa Yorùbá nation.
Okay.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí.
Ó yé mi.
Ìdí tí mo dẹ̀ fi ń sọ ni pé pẹ̀lú situation tí Nàìjíríà wà for now. Àwọn senator fẹ́ ra mọ́tò.
Okay, we had that, yeah.
First lady fẹ́ ra mọ́tò.
Okay. Maybe they should have not do that yet now. Okay.
Ṣèyí Tinubu náà máa ra mọ́tò. Okay. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan yìí, even Ṣèyí Tinubu ẹ mọ̀ pé Ṣèyí Tinubu ò sínú before kí bàbá ẹ̀ tó wà lórí seat kò sí ní position kankan. But even Ṣèyí Tinubu ó lè avoid any motor on his own.
Because ó ní mọ́tò tó ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀ àbí.
Now, tó bá tún ní di mọ́tò mi.
But ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé again, I'm just playing the devil. Why is it now that Tinubu is there? We are pointing on all this. Buhari was there, you know, Yar'Adua was there, Jonathan was there, you know, some of these things they did as well. And I'm not sure, everyone came down. So why is it that Nigba government, is it because the austerity in the country right now that is now visibly clear? ọmọ ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù. And they are now pointing that to us because I'm sure that the other time all these presidents were there as well, they probably must have done more than this now.
Accepted. Well, ṣé mo pé pẹ̀lú Tinubu Tinubu ó jẹ́ kí kò great kíní kan gbà kan àwọ̀ kan like ẹni tó lọ́pọlọ.
Okay.
But
African World Entertainment, welcome to the program.
From this man because pẹ̀lú situation tó wà ńlẹ̀.
Yeah.
Àwọn ọmọ Igbo ń pariwo pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ.
Okay.
Yorùbá làwọn fẹ́ lọ.
Okay.
Okay, ẹ̀yin sọ pé rárá kò sí ohun tó jọ. Okay, kẹ́tì ẹ̀ wá sọ pé káwọn èèyàn wá kò tí Ìgbòho wrong. Kọ́kọ́ tí Nnamdi Kanu wrong. Okay, kẹ́tì ẹ̀ wá ṣe dáadáa sílùú yẹn. Káwọn èèyàn wá sọ pé olóyè Sunday Igboho wàhálà tí ń gan ti pọ̀ jù. Dáadáa tẹ́ ẹ̀ complain lọ tí ń ṣe yìí.
Okay.
Nothing is changing.
All right.
Olóyè dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ fún àwọn èèyàn mi ní ìgbésí ayé tó rọrùn. Kíní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìwérelé. Ṣé gbọ́ kí Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ gbà?
But ṣé ẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀? Again, I'm just, I mean, this is what journalists would do if I was just doing my normal job. Is the president meant to be talking about everything happening in the country? When we have governors, when we have senators, I mean, ibo làwọn senator tó ń represent Ìwérelé, ibo làwọn olórí burúkú. Mo dẹ̀ tí ni mo fi ṣe pé mi program ti sin náà. Níbo làwọn senator yín wà? Níbo làwọn house of rep wà? Ẹ wá ń pe Tinubu lókè. Tinubu is dealing with the bigger problem. Why calling Tinubu for all these petty crimes? Because these are petty crimes. Ìyẹn kọ́ ló mátà, olóyè náà òun ò mátà nípa yẹn, òun wà concern ni. Where is all the representative of Ìwérelé?
Ẹni sùúrù. Nǹkan tí mò ń sọ fún yín ni pé fún èèyàn tó ní good heart.
Okay.
Tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìran mi lélẹ̀ ní fẹ́ kí ìran mi parẹ́.
Yeah.
Òun ló bí nǹkan tó lóye ṣe.
All right. Okay, ẹ pause síbẹ̀ Mr. Diamond ẹ ká gba caller tó ń pè wọlé because kódà mo override wọn nígbà tá à ń ṣe the first program lọ́wọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ ìfẹ́ fẹ́ máa lọ síbi iṣẹ́ àwọn tó máa ń fa gbùrú náìtì wà láàrin wa ó yẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Àwọn jẹ́rìí èmi mọ timing. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ tún rántí gbèsè tẹ́ bá rántí bíìlì táwọn Nigerians gbé síwájú yín báyìí ẹ tún máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn lọ ni. Mo lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kan mo ti sùn lọ nígbà tó jí mi mo ní mo sùn wọ́n ní but you are sleeping Mr. Koiki you are sleeping mo ní mo sùn mo ní mo kọ̀ rẹ̀ jú ni sójà ló dey sleep ó yẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi.
Ẹ wo Mr. Koiki ṣe rí lákòókò náà ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun.
Ká dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun.
Ká dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Ṣe rí ohun gbogbo. Ohun gbogbo. Káwa Yorùbá máa jẹ́ rí i pé wọ́n máa gbé wá bá wa nílé ta jókòó sí ta ti ń jẹun àbí ta ti ń ṣe fàájì.
Okay.
Wọ́n máa gba nation wá bá wa. Irọ́ mo ti ń sọ kí ní ìtìpẹ́tìpẹ́ pé alá máa jà.
Okay.
A máa jà.
But psychologically a máa jà. Are we prepared for that?
Ẹ máa gbọ́ Mr. Koiki ẹ máa gbọ́ mi.
Okay.
A máa jà. Torí pé ó ti dé stage yìí pé àwọn gan láti jà. Bójọ́ bẹ̀ lórí dání bó jẹ́ síbí ló mú dání wàá fi jà wàá fi gbà wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì.
Okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn mú bọ̀ yẹn kí wọ́n kó sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Kọ́ máa rò wípé tógun bá ṣẹlẹ̀ torí pé àwọn ní gbogbo nǹkan táwọn lè lò dání nǹkan yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run òun ló máa fi máa páyà wọn. Táwọn máa gbà kan ẹ lọ.
But do you think that Tinubu can allow a war to take place in Nigeria as a sitting president? I'm just trying to be a journalist now. I mean, do you think that the present administration will allow such to happen without stopping it? Ta ló máa protect, ta ló máa defend. If there's still fighting now, who is Tinubu going to protect? Who is he going to defend? Mo kí bàbá wa Ganiu Gafa, Mr. David Ademola Ikabo sórí ètò.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní instance kan tí mo kọ wípé bí a.
Mo kí ẹ TJ bàbá.
Ṣé bàbá pé wọ́n sọ wípé ọmọ ẹni ò ní ṣe ìdíwẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ káfíńsì díẹ̀ lómi àbí. torí ẹ̀ lọ sí kó kọjá kí Tinubu wọlé kó ṣe president.
Yeah, we know that, yeah.
ó débẹ̀ tán sí wọ́n ṣe rí pé ó ti fi láìfù Yorùbá ó ti fi sign contract pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní.
Okay.
tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ Tinubu lè prevent ogun Nàìjíríà o.
Really?
ṣùgbọ́n Tinubu kò lè prevent ogun ní Nàìjíríà. èmi ń sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn Mr. Koiki.
Is it because it's not going to be open and honest?
It is not going to be open and honest, and there is no way Tinubu ò lè ṣe kí ni kò lè sọ pé òun fẹ́ ṣáìdì ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Okay.
ìdí tí màá fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ó ti fi ẹ̀ kó tó jẹ́ ibi tó jókòó sí yẹn.
Yeah.
Tinubu kọ́ ló ń rúlù bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ yẹn.
Figurehead lásán ni.
Oh, okay.
Figurehead lásán kò lè prevent ogun ní Nàìjíríà. ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé wàá rí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ń bẹ̀.
TJ Baba, aside to my brother.
ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá à ń sọ ẹ̀rọ péré ni àfi kẹ́ máa lọ pàtí òṣì every weekend.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ pàtí labroad kí lẹ́yìn bá ń sọ pé káwọn máa lọ pàtí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe pàtí labroad. Why are you telling them not to go to party? àwọn Yorùbá náà ṣe pàtí labroad náà ajá máa ń rí wọn ní gbogbo àdúgbò.
Okay, ẹjọ nígbà tó ń ṣe pàtí labroad ṣé tí nǹkan tó bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí yẹn tó bá pàbọ̀ dà ṣáà máa lè lọ pàtí.
I wouldn't know because I'm still in position here. Yeah.
Ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ gan lọ pàtí. Ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ lọ pàtí.
Èmi ò ráyè kémi bí sì ní sí iṣẹ́ tí mo gbé dání.
Èyí mi kò fi fa àwọn olùdó fún yín pé tí mo ti wà ń lo ìbò mi lọ pàtí bóyá ló pẹ́ mẹ́rin over 17 years.
All right. Because of the time constraint and because Paul Afipari program, the question is, you said a couple of things. The question is, Tinubu hands, are they really tight or is it just and he will react later? Because when Jagaban, he has a game plan and the game plan is let's stabilize Nigeria, but later on maybe I would then say enough is enough, let everybody go their separate ways. Going their separate ways can also create another war because we are not going anywhere and we are not going anywhere. Tinubu, you cannot break this country on your head. You are meant to take care of Nigeria and leave. What do you think the future is with Tinubu government? In another 2 minutes, because I got to bring somebody else in because of the time.
It's not about Tinubu's government. There is no future in Nigeria.
There's no future in Nigeria.
There is no future. Okay. Nigeria does not have future.
Nigeria does not have a future. That's a very strong one. Nigeria does not have a future.
Is it not the same Nigeria? Is it not the same Nigeria? Nigeria to deal with this stupid, our animals in the same country. They are animals. Imagine,
okay.
Then you're now doing a press conference where Sunday are you protecting your people that are killing us? Okay. You're not even condemning them.
All right. Okay.
You're not even talking about them.
All right.
And you're telling us that you're not going to bring food to our land. I'm even praying.
I agree with that. I want them to stop bringing the food so that our Yoruba Ali react by making sure that we go back to the farm. All right, we don't want it. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a very. I know you want to react, but Mufelo see Morocco quickly and bring this caller in, and then I'm going to come back straight to you, and then we're going to start. Moving forward. You are live now, the caller. Go ahead. You have about 2-3 minutes. Etonia. Kadukwe for long. I'm your long.
ṣàṣeyọrí lára sẹ́yìn tábí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kú tiẹ̀ yẹn kò bá hàn síta ni irú àná tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí àwọn tán lídì tó bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn jáde ìjẹ̀bú bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ò ní lídì jáde.
ṣe pé kò bá bá wa lójijì.
kò bá bá wa lójijì. tọ́bẹ̀ tẹ́ dé yẹn ọlọ́run tó dé yẹn lẹ́sùn máa rè ní dé yìí lẹ́yìn láti jẹ́ kí tẹ̀yìn ọmọ jáde lóṣù wa hàn jáde wọn ọlọ́run wa ní kò ní fi yín lẹ́yìn.
inshallah àdúpẹ́ fọlọ́.
bàbá kan náà ọlọ́run fún ọ náà lẹ́yìn.
àmín jésù kristi láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
oúnjẹ tí wọ́n kó wá yẹn mo fẹ́ bèrè kankan.
Jetstar, welcome to the program. Good evening.
ibẹ̀ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká pọ̀ bíra wa gangan ìjẹ́ pé oúnjẹ wo gangan ni wọ́n ń kó wá.
What kind of food gan ló ń kó wá?
Ẹ̀wà lálá ní ni àlejò ìwà kí tòmátò lálá lè dì ní bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ lálá lè dì ní. Torí àwọn kílé ìlú ni wọ́n bá di àwọn bàbá wa láti di àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbin nǹkan torí àwọn tó ń pa wọ́n ní oko.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt, definitely.
Torí gbogbo àwọn kílé tẹ bá dé Ọ̀yọ́ lásán mo fẹ́ fi yóò ti máa yóò nǹkan fún ilé àwọn tẹ́ ń bẹ lórí ètò wọn màbí tí wọn àtọ lọ́yọ̀ tẹ bá mọ iye ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ń wọlé lásán wọ́n lé ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n tó fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n fi ṣe ọtí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni cassava kódà àwọn bíúrì ló máa ń ra gan sẹ́wọ́n dẹ́ kó fi ṣe gàrí mọ́. I'm aware of that.
Tẹ bá wá ní pé wọ́n fẹ́ máa dá wa dó lórí oúnjẹ kò tó oúnjẹ fẹ́ rí oúnjẹ ò lè gbá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo tí wọ́n sọ àwáwí ni.
Àwáwí ni.
Àwáwí lásán ni ẹsẹ̀ tí àjọdọ̀ mú bàràbàrà pé bóyá tó ń oúnjẹ kẹ̀ ìjẹ́ oúnjẹ ọ̀sẹ̀ oúnjẹ ní wàá ti àwa Yorùbá. Àgbàdo lára lè tún ní òwúwa ní ìpínlẹ̀ kan ní. Ìpínlẹ̀ kan ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìta sọ ni pé ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yìn mo tó fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ń sè yẹn ẹjọ́ dákun ẹ̀ má ṣe ètò tó wọ́n fẹ́ pa náà kó ní o.
Ok, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Níjẹ́ kó sú àìní níjẹ́ kó rẹwà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Ẹ kú àdúró tì wá. Mo kíyàwó Queen Momo, mo kíyàwó Yétúndé. Queen Momo Ọmọlára mo fi tọ̀tọ̀ kí mo kíyàwó Ọmọlára náà. Mo kí bàbá wa Oyègbílẹ̀. Kasali Mutairu Abiodun mo kí Mr. Olówófowóbí Adéníyẹni. Who told that foolish man that Sunday Igboho went to prison? In terms of wọn ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn nìyẹn. Mr. Lawal Tijani. Ẹ jẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ brother mi lórí TikTok because I'm a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wind down àwọn tó ń pè wọlé because this program must end before 4. Ẹ ti gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn tún sọ lọ́tún lọ́sì kí lẹ fi dá sí ká tó di pé a máa tẹ̀síwájú.
Ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ni pé ṣẹ́rí pẹ̀lú situation tó wà ń bẹ̀ báyìí. Mo kàn fẹ́ sọ lè based on nǹkan tí Ṣèyí Mákindé tó ti ṣe.
Okay.
Tó ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀.
Yes.
And mo dẹ̀ à ń sọ fún we know what he's doing like gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé olóyè. Yorùbá ní tí kúlé ò bá pa ni tòde ò lè pa ni.
Ẹ̀rí mi pàṣà.
A dẹ̀ rí i pé wọ́n wà lóyà sí Fúlàní lóyà tí wọ́n sílẹ̀ Yorùbá is for to get vote from us.
Okay.
They have 95% loyalty for Fulani.
Ẹ ṣé Mr. Biola.
Including Ṣèyí Mákindé, Tinubu, all of them. Wọ́n prefer kó ṣe ìran wọn náà ju kó favour ràn wọ́n lọ because of career tí wọ́n selfish interest wọn. So òun ló ti rú gbogbo táwọn Fúlàní sọ pé àwọn wà gbogbo ọ̀nà láti stop olóyè láti má lọ sí wèrè ilé. That is they are planning something.
Okay. But ẹ jẹ́ kí n bí ní kankan kó tó di pé máa lọ sí mo mọ ohun tó ń pè I'm going to return the call. Are we saying that the reason for Yoruba nation is because of these Fulani attacks? Because it seems that we tend to focus on Fulani is attacking us. We are not attacking the economy. We are not attacking other areas. Àbí yẹn gangan ló ń dùn ájú ni la ṣe ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà.
Ṣé rí Yorùbá máa ń pè kan pé ẹkún ló máa ń bí ikùn.
Okay.
Ẹkún ló máa ń bí ikùn wá ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló so papọ̀.
Or intertwine.
Imagine ẹni tá a gbà sílé tó ti wá fẹ́ máa donílé mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ti ẹ ká gbàgbé bóyá wọ́n fún wa lówó àbí ẹkọ́nọ́mì lọ bóyá kó lọ. Wọ́n nígbà tálejò bá ti ń donílé tó ti fẹ́ mú nílé lẹ́rú. Ó ti tó kí oníkálukú kó oníkálukú.
Mo máa ń gbọ́ Yorùbá kan wá ní tó bá ti ń fi ìpa ìkíní kan ṣu wọn àlejò.
Wọ́n ní tí àlejò bá ti ń fàparí ṣu wọn.
Ilé ti tó lọ nìyẹn. But does that mean that if we are saying, I mean, I'm asking this question so that people that are just watching and say, look, you people can waste time. Does that mean that we cannot live with them when we have a system that is working? But maybe the system is not working. That is why we are also complaining.
The system will not be on these criminal people.
Oh.
It will be changed totally.
Okay, bien, la Afenifere sọ pé give us that restructure Nigeria. Afenifere says the Nigerian future is uncertain, and I already explained the meaning of uncertain. Without a restructuring, on how say want Afenifere, balance in the David. I can see that you're trying to call back. The Igbo Apex Social Cultural Organization. I might be my glasses because on the system too much. Ohanze Indigo Worldwide has also joined with Pan-Yoruba counterpart in Afenifere Tony. Don't respond to all these nonentic northern consensus. Also the Pan-Niger Delta Forum and the Middle Belt Forum to warn Nigerian government that the country future is uncertain without restructuring. Under the auspice of these Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, leaders and elders from the Southeast, Southwest, South-South, Middle Belt area stated that the country belongs to all inhabitants, regardless of ethnic representation or political affirmation. So, I want to come back again to you. Does that mean that even though we are all told we are one, but these social cultural group, they're very heavy in Nigeria. We throw one out. And that's why people are saying, am I a careful respond? Do you think that Bola Tinubu will be able to listen to them? Maybe not now, but in the near future, because Bola Tinubu has another 3.5 years of this government. Do you think that it can respond back to them to restructure Nigeria to where it was? According to them, the group is urging President Bola Tinubu-led Nigerian government to rebuild Nigeria, to rebuild the country, reinstate true federalism as enriched in the 1960-1963 Constitution. In another 1 minute, because I want to take a call, and we are really, really running out of time now.
Mr. Koiki.
Yes, sir.
Cherry Oleshele.
Okay.
Because Nigeria was structure. What the Tinubu will fix it.
Okay.
Tinubu will go beyond what she negotiate.
Okay.
And if anyone is thinking something is going to change,
nothing is changed. All right. I'm going to come back to you. Thank you so much. These are some of the comments that are under that video. 3,000 comments. Sadekunle, these mad people again. What will you have to say about your people that are killing Yoruba in our land? Did Yoruba people in the north killing your people? May God punish you. About mute, please. Okay, tell me talk mad people everywhere. Goat. Like Bob Onise, this fool has nothing to say about the Fulani killing people all over Nigeria. Let the Fulani pay compensation for all their killings. Are Yoruba killing northerners in the north? Question mark. No. Fulanis are the only one carrying machete, AK-47 to kidnap and kill who wants to live in the same country with this savage from the Middle Age? Question mark. Every Nigerian can live anywhere in Nigeria, but Fulani killers cannot live in Yoruba land. They must be driven out. The last time they blocked transportation of crops to the south, when Boko Haram was the president, their farmers suffered huge losses and had loads of rotten tomatoes and other crops. It is time to chop the Fulani tail from the wagon Nigeria. Omoshebi Okolawole, madman, quickly shot the food from the north to the south, please. So it seems that the Yorubas are saying, look, keep that food, and that will take us back to the farm as well. Muki, Mr. Adetola Sheyi, Ola Yode, the system can't work because the present useless directionist is in the interest of the Fulani. Yeah, move on. Yeah.
Mr. Koiki,
yeah.
tẹjọ́ ń ṣe question and answer tẹ́ ń fi pé ó sọ pé Tinubu náà yé báyìí Tinubu ò ní yé báyìí. Tí a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ á ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ pé Nigeria is a fraudulent country. A dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń rú rẹ̀ they are fraudulent people.
Okay.
So nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí Tinubu win ni pé bàbá ńlá òun tún ní high energy ju àwọn tó wà lóṣù win president.
I'll call you back when I come up on the program.
People working about towards the Yoruba nation, this is a
fraudulent
country
almost, yeah.
and being ruled by fraudulent people. You know, say Tinubu Biden. As of yesterday, we can bet you got the federal capital with 40 billion naira. Ni ìyá Aisha Buhari àtàwọn ọmọ ilé rent grand rent kìíní tó jẹ capital Buhari tó jẹ Abuja wọn ò dé tí san 40 billion naira àgbogbo ilé tí wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ akọ àwọn ọmọ Buhari àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló acquire. So what are you talking? Oríṣiríṣi ló ti bastardize ìlú yẹn. So if you keep on talking about bóyá Buhari Tinubu fẹ́ acquire lẹ́wọ̀n pé we're just wasting our time. It is not our own. It is already written. As much as Tinubu is trying to build the country, it's not going to work.
Okay.
So the only thing, the country is on the precipice. Kamaduro is it
okay. Okay.
I think I sent you a video now. What was at the end of that video is that by the time Tinara Bama 5,000 to 1, everybody lo ma jade sita. So it's gonna happen.
Okay.
But you come and divide remember to back you. So but the Kama wish come Tinubu rele. Of course, Olori Ole o ma je to you awole to wa nbe lo. That ma sọ pé but people are need to filu yẹn ṣe. Chabe account fún plane dollar tí wọ́n kàn lọ yá tó láwọn sanwó ẹ̀ àbáfẹ́ àkáǹtì gbogbo kíní tó ṣe lọ sí Niger Republic so kó tó bá wù Tinubu ló lè kó jẹ ẹ jẹ́ ká mójú wa kúrò.
Kúrò níbẹ̀ that's what I was saying because wọ́n sì ń gbádùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni ètò important ni pé ìgbádùn tó ń gbádùn yẹn temporary náà ni àwọn náà dẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn náà fi kọ́rọ̀ mú kí bàbá mi Ọlásùnkànmí. Hold on síbẹ̀ ó yá ẹ go ahead.
Tẹ́rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ fún wọn ni pé ẹ̀yin ní fasted as in any wisdom lẹ fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣe ogun èèyàn ló ní brain tó sharp bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so ẹlòmíì ẹ ní láti narrate everything fún bí ọmọdé ni kó tó understand.
Aláti máa nurture brain àwọn èèyàn because so many people are really in depression ní Nàìjíríà báyìí. Ọlásùnkànmí tèmi.
ẹlòmíì máa wò pé kí là ń jà fún Yorùbá nation fún because we understand.
And you're quite right. There's evidence to that. All right. So, Shegoni, I think it's that one.
All right. It's going to come to a point where everybody go my daddy for a
oh yeah, I can't wait to that. $5,000.
Next year, okay. Look at the rate is going.
All right. Oh my.
Everybody will come
all right. Thank you so much. Well, it shows that thank you so much, Olasunkànmí, èèyàn ti KOIKIMEDIA, èèyàn ti Lady K Ifeoluwa. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wà pẹ̀lú wa. It has been back to back. It's not easy, but we give thanks. Truth and question. I love this show. Time we are all talk about it. It is coming. Triple DRS ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti village booking ní gbogbo àgbáyé ibi tẹ́ bá wà around the world. I love this my beautiful map. Wherever you are, Russia, mo kí Biafra, mo kí àwọn Ambazonia, mo kí àwọn Scottish, mo kí àwọn Welsh, mo kí àwọn English, mo kí ní Canada, Italy, Iran, mo kí ní Russia, mo kí ní Ukraine, Uzbekistan, everywhere we're all as we speak right now. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn leaders wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Diamond, you have the last 1 minute before I start winding down because mo fẹ́ kó dàbí ìjẹta tí mo wá ń kánjú láti pa program yẹn. I want to do it properly. Go ahead.
Mr. Koiki, like nǹkan tí èmi kàn fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, like I'm talking to the young people.
Yeah.
As in, a ní láti mú kíní serious, like it's not a joke. anymore. Anybody.
Is it that sometimes our journalists are to point is it that our young ones are being distracted with so much that they are consumed and telling them to break up Nigeria now, even if it break it okay, and you're telling them to, not the word break up, dissolve Nigeria, dismantle, ask for referendum, ask for a sovereign Yoruba nation. Look, you people, ti settle down nínú bíbá ìgbọ́n tí ní ká tún máa ṣe nǹkan míì, ẹ má dà wá lórí irú KOIKIMEDIA, ẹ má dà wá lórí irú Ìgbòho, ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà yìí, kájọ máa tákán pẹ̀lú àwọn politicians in 2 minutes because I'm going to let you go now. Ṣé ìyẹn gangan ló ń jẹ́ problem?
Ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ni pé as in movement yìí, people they don't even see it as their movement. That's the problem.
Wow.
Tẹ́lómi bá kọjá lórí platform yìí sìn, ó rí i pé lójú wọn sìn àwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ́pọlọ.
Okay. And they have the right láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ because n táwọn rí yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan táwọn rí.
Wọ́n rí bíi pé èní ló máa determine ọ̀la.
So èní ló máa determine ọ̀la. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lágbára díẹ̀ o. Because intent sọ yìí Zulum máa sọ pé the future of Nigeria wà lórí time bomb. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ má ní èmi mo sọ. Zulum governor ló sọ, ó ní Boko Haram máa wipe up Nigeria kúrò lórí map, tó bá dẹ̀ ti wipe up Nigeria kí ló tún kù?
Ìṣẹ́rí tó ń sọ yẹn wọ́n ti wipe up Nigeria tipẹ́ náà.
Interesting.
Because tó bá wipe up Nigeria ni ó yẹ kí system ẹ̀ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́.
Ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Thank you so much for being part, and I know the last time ta sọ̀rọ̀ náà nígbà tí mo wà nínú abẹ́ igi òróǹbó yẹn la sọ̀rọ̀ àbí.
Kò sígbà tá a kì í sọ̀rọ̀.
Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go, ẹ ṣé gan ni for the contribution. Mo kàn máa gbé Ọlásùnkànmí mọ̀ pé ó wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ just for few minutes. I'm gonna start winding down. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. I think I was very calm on the second broadcast. Ó máa wá bẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkankan. Gbóhùn sókè, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, my brother Ọlásùnkànmí.
Yes, Koiki, the warrior, mo gbádùn Diamond, brother mi Aremo.
Yeah, he spoke very well.
Tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ láti ẹ̀gbọ́n. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about the right time kí gbogbo wa ká declare arákùnrin tó ń pè ní Gumi yẹn wanted. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, in as much as Abaṣe wà Nàìjíríà tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pàtẹ́ tí ń gbàdúrà fún Yorùbá nation, that guy is like a pandemic to the rest of Nigeria. Gumi must be declared wanted. Gbogbo ọ̀nà aláti ti ìjọba a ní agbára ní ẹfọ́ntì anẹ́nu láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pariwo pé gbogbo orí platform pé Gumi must be declared wanted. Òun ló ń darí gbogbo àwọn kinní burúkú tó ń dààmú àwọn èèyàn Nàìjíríà tó ń pè ní Fúlàní tó wọnú gbó yẹn. Tó bá gbé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn, tó bá lè lọ pick up someone like what's his name again? MNK Kanu. Kọ́lọ́ jẹ́ kó tú sílẹ̀ lẹ́nu jọ́ mẹ́ta. Tó bá lè lọ gbé yẹn ní Kenya. Gumi wà Nàìjíríà ń dá wàhálà alẹ́, òun ló ń darí àwọn pípìyàn. Kò sínú gbó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò sínú gbó nílẹ̀ Igbo tí Gumi ò ti bá àwọn pípì yìí wọ̀ during Buhari's regime. Òun ló negotiate fún wọn. Òun náà ló dẹ̀ tún ní ẹ̀pọ́ntì láti máa fi ọwọ́ sáyà láti máa kilẹ̀ pé kò lẹ́ máa gbà. So sincerely speaking, we can continue pushing. Pé gbogbo kí ìjọba declare wanted kan gbé Gumi. Nǹkan tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni kó ṣẹlẹ̀. Gumi must be arrested. Nǹkan tó bá lè mú wọn láti lépa bàbá Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà. David Olede, what stop Gumi from being in incarceration indefinitely? Mo mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan tí mo sọ ó make sense.
It makes sense. We will be doing that. Eshegoni, thank you so much. And that is my brother there. I'm going to let him go for that country. I had to bring him in because I always appreciate him. We appreciate every single one of you. I mean, especially those of you at home. Let me read the comment from the Twitter space because, no, Lori Mixlr. Ogumola Bioduni, please let Nigeria come down. Thank you so much for being there. Tori Molati son $30 láti reactivate Mixlr for the last 3 days. I couldn't get money out of my account, but I had to just say, you know what, I can't go live again without having the Mixlr. So we hope that at least the 5 hours, somebody will say, Koiki, I will pay that back for you. Thank you so much for those of you that are supporting us. Muki Jaya Jaya, Muki Buboyin, Yami Beauty Amokwe. I didn't see my mom. She must be very busy. I didn't spot her at all on the broadcast, in the last, this is like almost 6 hours because 3 hours going to take by 2 hours 59 minutes is there, and that one is also 3 hours. So we've done great time. If I'm still having the strength, we might come back for probably some other one. If not, like I said, I don't give time. Remember to follow us on our platforms. Most of you do not probably share the broadcast. You don't like it. I mean, the good thing about my platform now, especially on the KOIKIMEDIA, is you're watching a repeated broadcast. It doesn't have any kind of advert. So it's because there's no monetization on it. So you can just sit back and watch it all the way straight. Every time, no, my program, Eunice Uchechi, did you send me a message, Eunice, on WhatsApp? I saw Eunice. I don't know whether it's the same Eunice. I haven't responded. I haven't opened it, but I just saw Eunice. Please, can you just respond quickly before I start winding down? Thank you so much, Eunice. I love all the Biafrans. They're fighting for the right thing. Okay, I'll respond back to you. So definitely that is you then. I'll reply you when I complete the program. I have so much messages that are sitting there that wants me to reply to. I am not the only Yoruba man there, but I am just doing my best to make sure that, sometimes you might not really feel comfortable with my utterances. I understand they will, look, Poshigidi ni mi o, Ọlọ́run. Mo kàn máa ń ṣe bí àwọn èmi náà ṣe bí àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí n bá ní kankan mo ṣàgbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́nu mi jà ẹnu náà mo fi ń jà so bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Truth and Question says you are fighting Oyinbos, not Fulanis. People don't know that. That's another conversation for another day. They are the real demonic people. And we must stop them. Stop them peacefully. Stop them negotiate. Stop them anyhow. Temi, good afternoon. Thank you so much. Moki, everyone. I gotta go now. Nice one, Lola Lasukomi. Gumi must be pick up. That mind. I'm just picking up the news that they've actually taken down the 5 billion for the yacht. This is coming from the breaking news Sahara reporter, our own Omoyele Sowore. Nigerian House of Reps have now scrapped the 5 billion presidential yacht. Tinubu ma bínú. Ẹ̀yin Nigerians yẹ dá. Fẹ́ kí Ṣèyí Tinubu náà gbádùn díẹ̀. Ẹ wá jẹ́ kó scrap ẹ̀. Wọ́n wá lọ gbówó yẹn sí student loan. Wá tún wá jí gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó lè gbà. Kéèsì Dezani, mo ti understand it. 2025. Kọ́lọ̀ kò fún gbogbo alẹ́ mi gún àtàlàfíà. Dezani. Kò ń ṣòwò nìkan, wọ́pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. So I'm going to play the anthem. I'm going to go now. Thank you so much. You have been watching KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn media as well, home base and all the independent one. And I say thank you so much for every single one of you. Sometimes I'm watching a program with you on Facebook. I can't comment because we have been restricted for a few days. It's not our platform, but we hope that one day we will have Yoruba that can create their own platform and people will key into it. China lóní TikTok. TikTok was built for a business platform, but oríṣiríṣi làwa Nigerians ń ṣe lórí ẹ̀. So I understand some of you pass through the program like Kilile Nsai. Nigeria Oluma break. You move away. I am 6,000 kilometers away. Dodo àtẹ̀yin mo jẹ́. Àwọn ọmọ mi fẹ́ dé láti school nísìn. Lóòótọ́ èmi mo ń ra school uniform ra bàtà ra days but a kì í sanwó school nílùú yìí. So we are still very okay. But I need the gas. So we need the gas from Nigeria. We can have a Yoruba government that will still have trade with the world. But if you say you don't want that, then there's a problem. Once again, enjoy the rest of the day. Support Arole 1010. He has got a new YouTube channel. About subscribe. See Arole 1010 TV2. The 10 is TENTEN. Remember, the Yoruba radio is still in production. As soon as it's out, we will be talking about it as well. Bola Tinubu, let's just again. Wherever you're watching, please do not take your security as a joke. Be very, very security conscious. Still about issue, sleep wherever you are. Don't be a one chance in Nigeria. Criminal
Cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
There's no other way. Tinubu kila ma ṣe sí báyìí. Bàbá Bola Tinubu kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa. And on that note, Thank you so much. If you want to reach out to me, info@koikimedia.com. That is the email. You can also send an You can also send a message through my website, www.metanew.koikimedia.com. Emma, to send the question that I have a question. Just write the question and I'll try and reply you. Or you can send me a WhatsApp on +44 74 04405917 +44 74 04 405917. If I don't reply you in time, send message to me. I have over 800 unread messages. Yeah, you got it right. And I have 2 mobile phones. So you have to be patient. Thank you so much. God bless Yoruba land. God bless Biafra land. God bless Arewa land. They have a land as well. At least they're building their own land. But we don't want anybody to come and intimidate us. We are not asking for Yoruba nation because of Fulani. We are asking for Yoruba nation because we are one people, one culture, one language. Yoruba Nimi Omoluabi, Yoruba nation will stand. Whether they like it or not, Nigeria will break. Till we meet some other time, Mr. Sean, definitely I say a very good evening. So continue to pray for us here. It is not easy. Bye for now. Shalom. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo God bless Professor Banja Akitoye. God bless Igbowo. God bless Chibanja Iloge. God bless every human being on earth. There's a lot happening, but things will work itself at the appropriate time. Udabo.